serious about your brand? Work with people who are serious about getting it right. SM Athletics.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio. WKGN 1340, go Balls!
You're tuned in to East Tennessee's premier sports radio call-in show. This is The Drive.
And hello, good afternoon, and welcome to another stellar edition of The Drive here on Fan Run Radio. Russell Smith punching the time clock on a Wednesday afternoon, a windy Wednesday here in East Tennessee. Be careful out there. You're driving around in those high-profile vehicles, get blown around on the interstate this afternoon.
Got to be safe out there. It's so cold.
Safety first is
It's
what I
so
always
cold.
preach, new guy.
Not a day to have the top down.
No.
Will it move your big car across when it gets like this, Bob?
What's that?
The wind, I never feel that. I've heard people talk about it.
Crosswind? Yeah.
It hasn't with me, but
I don't know if the gusts are strong enough here, but it'll.
I think that's more of a 18-wheeler type phenomenon, but we welcome you in this afternoon. I was telling Baskerville before we get out, I've just had one of those days, man. It's not, first world problems for the most part. But you ever have those days where you just can't you're always fumbling things. You're always one step behind, one step too slow, dropping things, losing things, always in a
never.
I know you can't identify, Bear, but no, this is how my day started. I get up and I'm okay. I get up at for me, a decent hour, and I'm going. I make my coffee, and I'm waiting. I'm ready to go. I get my cup of coffee, and I get my big jug of creamer. I think it's Coffee Mate French vanilla. It's like one of those big old jugs we keep in the fridge, and somehow the top has loosened on it, and so the bottle just falls out of my hand without the top on it, all over my kitchen floor.
You're just holding the top.
I'm just holding the top. This thing is gushing, and it lost basically half a full bottle of one of those bad boys. I mean, it's just gross, right? It's whatever that stuff is. It's not milk, but it's not syrup.
It's a lot of chemicals.
It's heavy cream.
Yeah,
flavor.
Exactly. It's just
simulated heavy cream.
It's just gross, is what it is. And I haven't had my coffee. I am worthless. I'm angry and irritable. And there I am. It's cold. I'm on my hands and knees just mopping this stuff with it took a lot of paper towels. And I mean a lot of paper towels to get this thing. But by the time I get it cleaned up, my coffee's cold or colder.
You should just drink your coffee first.
You can't just leave.
I couldn't. It was too much. It was too much. I thought about it. I really did.
But I sat down and drank my coffee.
I you know what? This can't wait. This. It was one of those messes. It was so big. It had to be dealt with immediately.
Yeah.
And then I've just had a whole bunch of other little things not go my way today. So hopefully it's not a harbinger of things to come.
We're going to have a good show.
I've been looking forward to it. Got Blake Topmeyer coming on here in just a few minutes to talk all things college football. I'm sure we'll get into the Tennessee defensive coordinator coaching search with him a little bit. I want to remind everybody, get your bowl picks in. Bear, have you done it? No, of course not. Bowl picks, you want to get those in before Saturday. The first game kicks off, and I guess there'll be a lot of Tennessee fans potentially scouting our potential new defensive coordinator, Ryan Walters, as Washington and Boise play in the LA Bowl, which I'm going to go out on a limb and guess that takes place in Los Angeles.
It does.
And you want to get your bowl picks in before that one kicks off so that you can, pick that winner and all the rest of them. Go to facebook.com/The Drive with Russell Smith. Click on the link. It's easy to find. It's free to play. And who knows, you could win gift cards from Crown Cleaners, the Pizza Kitchen, and Fan Run Radio, swag as well. Fabulous gifts and prizes, and plus the lifelong knowledge that you bested several hundred of fan-run listeners in the 2025 College Football Bull Picks Challenge presented by Crown Cleaners, a tradition of excellence.
That should be incentive enough for you, Bear.
Yes.
Should be. You would think it would be, but it won't.
Some of us have already done it. Like, it's just like, it doesn't take long.
I mean,
you just sit down, you do it.
The
You pick
level
your game.
of suck up that you will commit yourself to is stunning to me. Never before seen on this show. And keep in mind, you are the next one in a long line of suck ups.
I have a drive to win. I want to win the picks.
You got
So I
drive
go
to
ahead
do
and
what you
put
do.
my picks in.
Yeah.
Some of us are competitive and remember to do things.
Ooh, I like it.
Some of us better.
New guy getting a little spicy over
lightly.
there. Hoo-ha. Derek in the text box already. I'm taking heat now. I mean, this is just the way the day goes.
It happens to the best of us.
Derek says, "Creamer, does black coffee hurt your lady parts?"
That stuff is supposedly. I've read that it's not very good for you.
Like the coffee makes
You're going to lecture me on what
No,
the things that I do that aren't good for
that's
me?
why I wasn't. I just read an article. I don't drink coffee anymore, and I always just use milk. Why don't you just use milk?
It's not as good, man. I want that sugary sweetness to it. I don't use a lot, just enough to turn the color. Like my wife will just like, it's half creamer. It's too sweet. But I can drink black coffee, but it's like, I don't know, man. It's
what, you big French vanilla
life
guy?
without the flavor. Big French vanilla guy.
That's good.
I just had one of those, and it's nothing but like water and sugar. I had one of those because it was cold out the other night, and I stopped in a certain C-store, convenience store, had a little French vanilla cappuccino.
Oh yeah, it's good stuff.
It's got like about 0.4% coffee in it.
Just all sugar and caffeine.
Not even caffeine, I'm afraid. It's just a variation of hot chocolate, basically.
It's
sounds
getting to be
delightful.
that time of year where you go. I'll start hitting Starbucks up now.
I had hot chocolate last night.
Huh?
Made some for me and my dad.
Nice when you hold that warm cup.
Oh,
yeah.
so good.
Just the
Great feeling.
Great
Did
feeling.
you have little marshmallows in it too there?
It came with marshmallows. Yes, it did.
sprinkles.
You got something to say about that?
You had a cup of cocoa.
Because a cup of cocoa is so bad.
He wanted some
man.
cocoa shavings on his whipped cream.
Yeah, he did.
What a sissy.
Do you have a little gingerbread dipper?
You surprised me.
Oh.
Wear a hat to bed. A little sleeping cap there.
A Scrooge cap. Well, the defensive coordinator search, Bob, you and I have not talked to compare sources, but I've heard a couple of things today. I'll go ahead and share, and you tell me if this matches up with what you're hearing from your sources, the RTI guys and other folks that you talk to. First of all, regarding Ryan Walters. So what I think is happening here is that he's obviously on Heupel's list of guys. I don't know that it's as far down the track as maybe we thought it was yesterday.
Yeah.
But I think that, I mean, you saw, it's crazy to me that they put him out there yesterday to answer questions. I went back and watched the video. Like, he's at a table. It's a press conference. It's not like, a quick stand-in interview with five people. I don't think they did him any favors. And it seems to me that this could be, I hate to use this word because it's coaching search cliche 101, but smokescreen, where it's like this guy.
The old smoke screen.
Well, this guy is preparing for a bowl game, right? I mean, he doesn't want to be answering these questions about a distraction. So maybe this is getting done behind the scenes. He's been a head coach before, so he's got an agent, and maybe that's what's happening. And the reason that you're starting to hear these reports, Matt Zenitz today saying Jim Knowles has emerged as a possibility for the defensive coordinator job at Tennessee, that maybe that is, some of these agents and maybe even Heupel and people putting this stuff out there to take some of the pressure off, and that maybe Walters is still the number one choice, and that they just want to give him until Sunday after their bowl game before they really crank up the heat and try and get a deal finished.
Yeah, that tracks. I mean, look, I think that because I know some people are like, well, there were certain media members saying it was going to happen quick. And it's like, even if it happens Sunday, that's less than a week. It's less than a week from when they had announced the
That's
firing of
quick.
Banks. Yeah, it is quick. I do think there's a lot to be said for being respectful to the program he currently coaches at
Sure.
and their bowl game, et cetera.
You don't want to get into a Kiffin situation here.
No, not at all. So, yeah, I think you're right. The other thing I heard today was on Tony's show. He had Jeremy Warner on, who is a guy that covers sports for the University of Illinois Inquirer, and I've had Jeremy on shows past, and he's good. And they were talking about Illini football in the bowl game, but they did segue into Ryan Walters, and this goes into what we talked about yesterday, Russ, about, is he going to be a guy who gets after it? And one of the things Jeremy Warner said was, man, this guy's aggressive. Now, whether that means he's getting into it with his players and stuff, but he is aggressive in his play calling to the extent that he will accept, every once in a while you give up a long
Big
play, but
I feel like Banks was pretty aggressive in his play. I mean, we were always near the top in the sack numbers and pressure numbers and interceptions and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, I agree. Tony asked the question, then he goes, how good was Walters on coaching tackling? Which I thought was kind of funny because we've all watched that unravel this year. But my point is, I don't think this is some passive dude. I think he is a good fit if it turns out to be him.
Yeah.
The Jim Knowles thing's interesting because that coincides with just in the last half hour, he was officially informed he's not going to be on the Penn State staff. So he's available.
Yeah. No, I mean, the Knowles thing is intriguing to me. I mean, and I'm just, a lot of this is surface level analysis. I haven't done it. I won't pretend to have done a deep dive on either of these guys. I like to let it play out a little bit more, but Knowles, just my quick glance feeling of him is like, he's kind of a tough guy.
Yeah.
And maybe it's the beard or something. He's old and gray, but
Bald headed.
Yeah, I don't know, man. He's got the Big Ten thing. That Ohio State defense was salty last year.
Yeah, it was. They were sure tacklers too.
That's what. Yeah, I mean, I think we need some attitude. I guess my hesitation there, and there's no such thing as the perfect football coach. This is going to be hard to nail for Heupel, but he's got to find a way, and that's why you don't rush it. I'm fine with him taking some time here, but it's like Knowles is 60. He's been a head coach. He's been a DC for a long time now. Like, we talk about ascendancy mode. Is he still hungry? Is he got that fire in the belly, or is he at the not mail it in stage, but cruise control stage of life and his career? Ryan Walters, same thing. Like, does he have that fire in his belly? Where's he at? Does he want to be a head coach? I kind of like that if he does, that he wants to prove himself and he's going to come in here with his hair on fire no, man, we're not here to make incremental change, damn it. We are here to flip this thing on its head and fix it now.
Exactly. And that's what this Warner guy has said on Tony's show today, is that he knows for a fact the guy being Walters, he wants to be a head coach again. He doesn't like the way it played out at Purdue.
I like that, yeah.
So I know some people yesterday were like, oh, does that mean, he's a job hopper? He's only going to be here a couple, 3 years. If he elevates our defense and we become a better team,
that's fine.
That's fine by me. I mean, if it's 2 or 3, 3 seasons would be ideal, but it's like, I'm fine with that, man. I'm fine. Let's
go get another one.
Yeah, just fix it. That's the key right now.
If in 3 years, because what you described, I went and looked how it ended. It was horrible at Purdue.
Yeah.
If he's able to get a good job at the end of 3 years, that means that Tennessee's defense has been just lights out.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I don't know. I'd be happy with either one of them. Knowles is mainly he's been a linebacker coach primarily. Did coach safeties 1 year at Duke, but when he was DC, but his background's linebackers, which we definitely need help with.
Yeah, I mean, and just the toughness factor is something that I think would be huge.
This I'm getting it off the RTI thread, so it's not a Richard G. West, but and I need to go cross-reference, but
no, let's go to the Fan Run breaking news desk. If you have what I have, you think? All right, let's go. This happening as we speak.
Oh, wow! Oh God!
You go.
Oh, God.
Pete Thamel of ESPN says Penn State defensive coordinator Jim Knowles is in the process of negotiating his buyout from Penn State and is expected to land at Tennessee, which is targeting him as the school's next defensive coordinator.
Oh, huge.
So,
So how's that for quick?
boom. Thamel, so he's
Like I
getting that-
said,
boom.
I'm fully on board with Heupel rushing this through. No
Yeah.
need to take any extra time.
Yeah.
Wow.
So he's Pete Thamel. So that's Danny White's.
That's Pete Thamel says a deal at Tennessee is not finalized per sources, but Knowles has emerged as the target, and that's his expected landing spot. CBS first linked Knowles in Tennessee. Penn State owes him more than $7 million on the 2 years remaining on his deal per his contract.
I mean, me personally, I think it's the best DC we could have gotten.
So
in
how
general.
how does that work? Does it whatever we're paying him, I guess, would mitigate the
Yeah.
buyout that he's owed from Penn State?
Yes, I believe that's what it's like for most head.
Usually.
Yeah, isn't it what it was like with Franklin going to Virginia Tech, where when he had his original buyout, and then when he signed with VT, that buyout went down a little bit because he had a job.
Yeah, exactly. What typically happens in these, I don't know all the details, and we don't know what it'd be that he'd be getting paid at Tennessee, but Penn State would probably be on the hook for the differential.
Yeah.
Basically.
Mhm.
But I mean, it still could be some decent money. Who knows? But
Breaking news off the top of the show. Wow.
I mean, that's such a fast turnaround.
That's
two
A lot of the
days.
people said that don't expect it to go too long. Was Ryan Walters the smokescreen for Jim Knowles all along?
I believe.
Yeah, and he said, he said at his press conference yesterday, he hasn't talked to Tennessee, so very, very interesting. Jim Knowles, slated to be Tennessee's next defensive coordinator per Pete Thamel of ESPN this afternoon. All right, we're going to contact some sources here during the break, see if we can confirm this report and get a little more information for you. We've got Blake Topmeyer from USA Today scheduled to join us when we continue next. It is The Drive, Fan Run Radio. Back with more right after this.
The Drive.
It's the gift that keeps on giving the whole year.
Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Download the free Fan Run app and take the best Tennessee sports conversations with you wherever you go.
Holiday shopping? Keep it simple and give the gift of good beer and good food with a gift card from the Casual Pint North Shore, where everybody knows your name. It's the perfect gift for friends, family, coworkers, anyone who loves relaxing with a great brew or a good meal. Gift cards can be used for food, beer, or to-go brews from the cooler, so stop by the Casual Pint North Shore at 2045 Thunderhead Road and tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. Online at northshore.thecasualpint.com. Great beer, great food, great gifts from the Casual Pint North Shore.
Hey, this is Bo Kregner with the Kregner Group at Realty Executives. You know, in sports, home field advantage matters, and it's the same in real estate. Our team knows every neighborhood, every play that gets you the win, whether you're buying your first home or selling for top dollar. Let's get you in the end zone. Call me today at 865-742-1035 or visit BoKnowsHouses.com. The Kregner Group, walking by faith, serving others.
Whether you're heading to work, taking the kids to school, or planning your next road trip, your car needs to be ready for the ride. Hi, I'm Russell Smith, and I've been a customer at Matlock Tire and Auto Service for about as long as I've been driving. For me, it all comes down to trust. Look, I'm not a car guy, and I just don't want to get taken advantage of on car maintenance costs. Matlock Tire Service is a family-owned and operated business, and they wouldn't have made it this long if they hadn't been providing trustworthy service you can depend on. They're the home of the price match guarantee, which means you can bring in any competitor's ad, and Matlock will match the exact same tire for the exact same price. I've bought a lot of tires at Matlock over the years, and I always go there for my oil changes. You should too. They've got locations in Farragut, Hardin Valley, Lenoir City, Maryville, and Athens. Visit their website, matlocktireservice.com, to find the location nearest you and schedule your appointment. Tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. Honest service, quality work, dependable care, Matlock Tire and Auto Service.
Hi, I'm Jessica Lodgen, one of the hygienists here at Knoxville Smiles. If your children are having sleep or behavioral issues, we have things we can do in modern dentistry that can help not just with their dental health, but also their overall health. Early intervention is the key for younger patients and can avoid costly procedures later in life. If you'd like to learn more, give us a call here at the office and schedule an appointment. 865-539-1776. Or just book online at knoxvillesmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Fall fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Fan Run Radio, The Drive continues. Russell, Bob, and Bear back with you. Walker Smith with us in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios, and pleased to be joined by Blake Topmeyer of USA Today. Hello, Blake. How are you, sir?
Doing well, you guys.
Hey, man, we're doing good. Covering some breaking news here in East Tennessee as we have some reports online that Tennessee is zeroing in on Jim Knowles to replace Tim Banks as defensive coordinator here in Knoxville. And I don't know how close you've been following this, if at all, Blake, but you look at Knowles, and that was an historic defense he had in 2024 at Ohio State. Of course, they had some dudes on that defense. And then it doesn't go well, obviously, for anybody in Happy Valley this past year. What are your thoughts on Jim Knowles being a fit to work with Josh Heupel here in Knoxville?
I think this would be a big time hire for Josh if they could get this done. I mean, you guys know all the chatter, like, be careful being Josh Heupel's defensive coordinator because the tempo and all this, that, and the other. I mean, this would fly in the face of that if he's able to get one of the most respected defensive coordinators in the business, and you're spot on. I mean, the job he did at Ohio State and going back Oklahoma State before that, Duke. I mean, this guy's been toward the top of the profession at his position for a long time now, and it would continue, I guess, the Penn State hiring pipeline for Josh Heupel
Exactly.
with defensive coordinators. But I mean, ultimately, the bigger picture thing too is, as you guys well know, I mean, Josh Heupel is very averse to making staff changes, but stepped up and made a change that I think most of us believe needed to happen, and parting with Tim Banks. And I don't think anybody could deny that if they're able to get Jim Knowles, that would be an upgrade. And I don't mean that as any offense to Tim Banks. I thought he did a great job in 2024 with that defense. But Jim Knowles is one of the top DCs in the business.
Blake, thanks for joining us. Let's keep it kind of tied to Penn State with the concept of Knowles leaving there and coming to Tennessee, but about the guy that Penn State ended up hiring as their head coach. I'm of the belief, we've talked about it here, that Matt Campbell, it's like they ended up, even though they were turned down many times, they ended up getting a guy that I think was better than maybe half of the people they had extended offers to. Would you agree or disagree?
Yeah, I think they kind of fell backward into a really solid hire, and that sometimes is the way it works out. Now, ideally, you don't really want it playing out in front of the public eye, getting rejected and all that comes with that. You would ideally like that not to leak, but it was sort of inevitable that with as long as Penn State's search dragged on, that some of that was going to leak out. But I mean, that's the thing with coaching searches. Like, fans get so frantic as they're unfolding, and I get it. Like, nobody feels comfortable when the head seat's vacant for a long time. But it's like, hey, everybody, calm down here. The hire has not been made yet. You go ahead and get frantic if they make a terrible hire, but save some of those emotions until you see who they wind up with. And Penn State stuck the landing, and so it really doesn't matter what happened in the middle. Like, if this hire works, it will be remembered as a great hire, and Pat Kraft did his job. If Matt Campbell stinks out there, then Pat Kraft will probably get fired. And nothing that happened, along the way to hiring Matt Campbell is going to matter anymore. And yeah, I agree. I mean, I think Kalani Sitake would have done a good job at Penn State. I mean, I know People say he's a great fit at BYU, but I don't think BYU is the only school in the country he would be a good coach at. So if they were able to stick the landing with Sataki, I think that could have been a really good hire. But I think this one is too. And I thought the whole way that Penn State was sort of the sneaky crown jewel job of this hiring cycle. I mean, so much attention obviously on LSU and Florida and what would Lane Kiffin do. And LSU is a great job. We all know that. But Penn State was a couple plays away from being in the national championship game last year. They have an easier path to the playoff out of the Big Ten than what LSU has or Florida has or really anybody has out of the SEC. So I think this was a great job that, was flying a little bit below the radar a little bit because LSU and Florida were open. So overall, I think this is a win for Penn State, and I think it's a win for Matt Campbell.
All the schools that tried to hire Matt Campbell over the years, and I don't know about you, Blake, but there's a part of me that does admire a guy who, in this day and age of job hopping and jumping at whatever opportunity is next, a guy who waited and left on his own terms when he was darn good and ready. And I'll kind of be pulling for Matt Campbell. He strikes me as a likable figure in a college football world that is not always full of those.
Yeah, I mean, nobody can argue with the way he did it at Iowa State. I mean, even, really everybody attached to that school and that program was wishing him legitimately well. This wasn't like where you put a good face on it, but, on the inside, you're cursing him on the way out the door. No, everybody seemed to be very genuine in wishing him well. And, I think the John Q fan might look at Matt Campbell's career winning percentage and say, like, what's the big deal about this guy? But he was the best coach in Iowa State history. And I know the rebuttal to that is, well, what about Mark Stoops at Kentucky? Well, okay, but Matt Campbell was still functioning at a high level at Iowa State. I mean, it was just 2 seasons ago that he had Iowa State in the Big 12 championship game, winning 11 games. They went 8-4 this year. So, this is someone that's still punching above his weight, or at least was at Iowa State. Now it's time to see if he can do it at the heavyweight class. But the beautiful thing about Penn State is they would like to beat Ohio State, but I think really deep down in their heart of hearts, do they expect to beat Ohio State? They wouldn't say this publicly, but they don't. Like, James Franklin did not get fired because he could never beat Ryan Day. James Franklin got fired because he lost to UCLA, and then he lost to Northwestern in back-to-back games. That's what toppled James Franklin, and he'd been there for a long time. Sometimes when a coach is there that long, you get tired of looking at him. You just need some different energy, some different vibes, and I think that fan base had soured on James Franklin's personality. But he didn't get fired for losing to Ohio State, and that's the beauty of Penn State. You can make the playoff. You're one of the best programs in the Big Ten, or at least you have every reason to be, and they don't even really expect you to beat your top rival every year, or even in most years.
He didn't get fired for losing to Ohio State. He got fired for losing to UCLA and to Northwestern.
Absolutely.
And, for Tennessee fans who might look at, and again, if you're just joining us, Jim Knowles being targeted as the next defensive coordinator for the Volunteers. Any reason in your mind to worry, Blake, about things did not go well for Jim Knowles in Penn State? They gave up 42 points to Nico Iamaleava and UCLA after they had such an atrocious start. Does that give you any reason for pause, or can you kind of just attribute that to a toxic situation at Penn State that was hard for anybody to succeed in?
Yeah, I mean, I think you look at more the track record of his career, and again, this is someone who's earned a lot of respect and is considered one of the top in the game. And you look at where Penn State finished the season for defense, it was not up to Jim Knowles' standards, certainly not. But they weren't the worst defense in the Big Ten or anything like that. They finished middle of the pack. They gave up a lot of points in a few games. The UCLA game was one of them. The Rutgers game at the finish was another one where they had to win in a shootout. But it was just a few weeks ago where they had Nebraska in a vice. Now, I know Nebraska's no great shakes, but point being, it was really kind of an up and down year for Penn State's defense, and that's not what was expected. They were expected to be like they usually are, one of the best defenses in the Big Ten. But if you go back and look at it, I think a lot of us probably should have seen some of this coming for Penn State. Like, they lost a ton of talent off the defense of last year's team, and I don't think they were totally equipped to keep the momentum rolling there. So, yeah, I mean, he's going to have to prove it in a new conference. He's going to have to prove that he can do it opposite of an offensive-minded coach who, like we know Josh likes to do, ideally operate with some tempo. And to be quite frank, he's going to have to prove he can do it without Ohio State's talent level. I mean, Tennessee's going to have talented guys on their defense as they always do, but they're not going to be like Ohio State's 2024 defense was. So sure, there are challenges, but I think when you consider realistically what Tennessee was going to be able to do in terms of filling its DC position, like, I mean, this would get an A grade from me.
Blake, I'm going to jump tracks, still staying in college football, but excuse me, I saw some of your pieces too, tied to Notre Dame, for example, and this has been a hot topic. Obviously, Notre Dame doesn't make the field of 12 for the college football playoffs. They decide that they're going to skip their bowl appearance. And there's been a lot of chatter. I've been one of the ones to say it, saying, you don't like this outcome. You can't have it both ways. You might need to join a conference. But there's a lot of people, you included, that say that ain't going to happen. Elaborate on that a little bit.
No, this is not going to push Notre Dame into a conference. Notre Dame values its independence far more than it values the college football postseason. And it was just 1 year ago when we were all saying that Notre Dame's independence actually served as an advantage in the 12-team playoff. So let's not overreact to them, missing the final bid in a crowded bubble scenario. I mean, Vanderbilt went 10-2. They got the most powerful conference behind them, and Vanderbilt didn't make the playoff. So should Vanderbilt go independent? To me, it's just it's an overreaction that's never going to happen. Notre Dame is not going to rush into a conference just because the playoff committee at the 11th hour decided to honor Miami's head-to-head win against Notre Dame, which they should have been honoring all along, right? Like, Notre Dame didn't get knocked out because they weren't in a conference. Notre Dame got knocked out because they had a head-to-head loss with one of the other teams on the bubble, and it's as simple as that. So, there's obviously a lot of people who harbor, I think, a reasonable opinion that Notre Dame should join a conference, but this is not going to force them to do that. What Notre Dame could have done is schedule a patsy in week 3 instead of Texas A&M, and they would have been 11-1, and they would have been the 5 seed in the playoff. So it is what it is. The bubble got crowded. The committee conducted some chicanery to get Miami and Notre Dame next to each other. In the end, they conducted some chicanery to make sure that the SEC's runner-up didn't get left out of the bracket by pretending they were very impressed by the Iron Bowl. No one with a pulse or who's drawing breath believes that. We all see what happened there, and that's fine. Like, I think there's a case that Alabama should be in the bracket. I think Miami should be in the bracket. I think the final results, reasonable people who don't have a gold helmet on their head, I think most people can understand where the bracket landed. I also think a lot of us can look at the avenue to getting to that point and say that was absurd, unnecessarily absurd. There was no reason why it needed to go down like that. And I think that's where a lot of Notre Dame's frustration emanates from, frankly. And really, I don't blame them. I mean, if they were told week after week after week that the committee valued them more than they valued Miami. Now, I don't understand why the committee was saying that week after week after week, but that's what they were saying. And then, they performed a little presto magic at the 11th hour that pulled the wool over nobody's eyes, and it ended where it ended. So I understand why Notre Dame's frustrated, but they'll go on this off-season tour as the aggrieved loner, and they'll be right back where they were this year, playing as an independent next season.
Yeah, let's widen the lens on that for 1 second, because you bring up a really good point, and I've been kind of pounding my fist on this last season, this season. And it's this selection committee. You called it chicanery. That's a kind way to put it. I think that, last year it was Ward Manuel. This year you got Hunter Yurachek at the front of this talking about it. And I mean, it's just, is there some way in your mind to improve that part of it, the selection committee? Because I know metrics don't necessarily make that the easy solution, but at the same time, some of this working with your gut approach too, I just think it feels kind of ill-informed. And like you said, on this year in particular, kind of feels like it wasted some fan base's time as well.
Yeah, not only that, but it played with their emotions, and
Right.
and that's part of it, I guess. But and I don't want to act like these are unpaid amateurs anymore, but I do think it was a little bit cruel the way they treated Notre Dame's athletes by kind of drawing them along in this process. But like a lot of people, I think I guess I have the opinion if they didn't do this dog and pony show week after week during the season, and they just saved it for a selection Sunday at the end, much like they do in basketball. I mean, basketball does their little look-ins, but for the most part, it's just a selection Sunday event. And I know this is weird as a journalist to be arguing anti-transparency, right? Because that's what that would be. But when the transparency is a fraud, like, is that really transparent? Like, we have this show week after week, but it's a mummer's farce. Like, it means nothing, and it creates a set of expectations for people that then they don't uphold on Selection Sunday anyway. So what's the point? I mean, I know what the point is that ESPN invests a lot of money to get CFP rights, and so they want the show, and so they get the show. But it really, I think, does a disservice to the fans, to the coaches, to the athletes, to have this little charade every Tuesday night and to act like that means something, when really the only rankings that matter are the final ones. The ones that come before that mean very little. They can change the way they're looking at things at the drop of a hat. If you want to keep the penultimate rankings going into conference championship weekend, maybe that's fine, but we really don't need any more than that, because all that does is play with people's emotions, and they're meaningless. They're not transparent to anything other than this is a meaningless soap opera until selection Sunday, because they can change the rules, or they can change their thinking at the final hour. The other thing I would do is I would boot the ADs off the selection committee. Mm-hmm. Athletic directors have no business being part of the process to select the teams to be in the playoff. I mean, what about being an AD makes you a specialist in deciding which football team is better than another? Nothing about being an AD makes you a specialist in that. ADs are ostensibly specialists at operating a business and operating the athletics arm of a business. Another thing they specialize in my opinion, is wasting money. But no matter how you look at their job, nothing in their real job description would say that you are an expert in determining whether this football team is better than this football team. And what it does is it creates the opportunity for bias, or at the very least, the illusion of bias when you have athletic directors on the committee. So I would get them off. I mean, I know anytime you're involving humans, there's always the potential for bias. But before we had the playoff and the BCS, for a long, long time, the media and the coaches determined the national champion, and that's not a perfect system either. But I would trust the media and the coaches to do the rankings, or the media and retired coaches to do the rankings, more than I would trust athletic directors being involved. And anyway, these guys and women have big jobs being an AD. I mean, Hunter Yurachek, the front man of this operation, was conducting a coaching search while he was the chairperson of the committee after the last chairperson quit in Vamoose, Mac Rhodes. I mean, that is an unfair ask, to have Hunter Yurachek juggling his real job of trying to hire a football coach and be the chairperson of the selection committee. And if you ask our Arkansas fans, I think they would tell you Hunter Yurachek failed at both jobs simultaneously.
Blake, really appreciate the time this afternoon. And I appreciate the Mummer's Farce drop a couple of moments ago. That was a quality reference, my friend.
Absolutely.
Happy holidays to you and the family, and I hope we can do it again soon.
Always fun coming on here. Good talking to you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Blake.
Blake Topmeyer, one more time. It's a boondoggle, I say. A bunch of hogwash.
Balderdash.
Coming up, Jim Knowles has been almost hired.
Is it official yet?
It's not official. I've got sources telling me that they are drafting the release as we speak. So maybe the I's not dotted, T's not crossed yet, but it certainly feels like we are headed towards a official Jim Knowles announcement, barring any sort of last minute snag here this afternoon on the show. So a lot more about that coming up. Tennessee has found its man to replace Tim Banks. We'll talk more about Jim Knowles when we continue here on Fan Run Radio.
Run Radio, 105.7 FM, 1340 AM, and online at fanrunradio.com.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Light and refreshing tasting, uniquely cold wave filtered. There's an iconic flavor for everyone. Come on, grab a pack. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia, courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys, every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Yee-haw! I've been hooting and hollering ever since I started betting with the VIP Play app. VIP Play has more than 200 leagues, every bet type you can imagine, live betting and live hosts, all with 24/7 support from real live people when you need them. Start betting better with the VIP Play app today.
Don't be a better, be a better with VIP Play today.
Download VIP Play today or head to VIPPlayApp.com. Make sure you use the promo code FANRUN to take advantage of their welcome bonus and so they know that we sent you. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-8899-789. Must be 21 or older and located in Tennessee to bet.
The following radio theater is brought to you by Men's Pro Knoxville.
Hey, Dad, can we play football?
No, buddy.
All right.
Pops, want to work out?
Maybe later.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tomorrow?
You've got one life, and it's too short for not nows, maybe laters, and tomorrows. If you have ED and performance issues, your family, friends, and even your career has already been affected. Book your discreet evaluation at Men's Pro Knoxville and turn your tomorrows into
today.
Yes! Touchdown!
Come on, one more, Dad.
Today!
Push, Dad. One more. Come on, push.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tonight.
Call 865-544-8220 or book now in under 30 seconds at menspronknoxville.com. Men's Pro Knoxville, for every man in every season of life.
Citizens National Bank.
Looking for the ideal gift this holiday season? Visa gift cards from Citizens National Bank make the perfect gift. It's the right size, the right color every time. Ask about personalized bulk orders for your family and friends or customers and employees. For more information, call or stop by today.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Who's got a beard that's long and white? Sam's got a beard that's long and white. Who comes around on special night?
Fan Run Radio, the drive continues. Wednesday afternoon edition of the show with the breaking news. If you are just joining us, Tennessee zeroing in on Penn State defensive coordinator Jim Knowles to be the new defensive mastermind of the Volunteers. Now, there's a lot of ways that we can go with this. We can talk about the fact that he was the defensive coordinator for Ohio State's national championship team 2 years ago. We can certainly get into him giving up a lot of points this year to Nico, whatever happened there. We can get into his time at Oklahoma State, where he really made a name for himself. We could talk about his time at Cornell, and we can certainly talk about his projection of whatever success he might have at Tennessee in the Southeastern Conference. But I think that what is much more apropos for this program and has already been and I'll give Justin Hanna credit for the first being
God.
the first person to acknowledge this. Bob Walker, our guy's not going to like this.
No, he's not.
Probably not.
He's going to hate it.
Jim Knowles looks exactly like Bear.
I've already noticed it.
It isn't.
It's
uncanny.
We just hired Bear to be our defensive coordinator.
Yeah, you should be so lucky. He's a handsome fella. He's got that going for him. I'll tell you. No, I already spotted it. As soon as I saw that
You're like,
text
oh God,
you guys
the memes.
Matty Ice just said, I'll ask the important question. Have we ever seen Jim Knowles and Bear in the same room?
Oh, my God.
You wouldn't, because if I had Jim Knowles' money, none of you all would ever talk to me. I'd be gone. Boom.
What have we done?
Bear, you're a big man. You're taking this in stride. I like it.
Well, I mean, you can't deny it, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, like, who is it, Bob? Which coach is it?
We've got
for me.
Yeah, Creighton.
Yeah, Greg McDermott. Yeah, I get it.
Russ looks like Bob Saget, and I don't know. We'll
Rest in
find
peace.
somebody.
We've got to go to the introductory press conference now, so we can get a picture of the two of them together.
Oh God!
Now, I do have a serious question for you, Dullards.
You don't think this is a serious
This is very
conversation we're
serious.
having?
Well, it
right
is,
now?
but it's fun. But I'm afraid I'm going to lose this, and I'm just really curious. So they're talking about they're working on the buyout with Penn State. Is he still? Are we having to buy him out? Even though Matt Campbell said that, he was bringing his DC with him. Is he still under contract? How's that going to work?
I mean, they would have to fire him.
Yeah, I mean, there's what the term is. They're not going to fire him for cause. It's good reason is what it's called, which protects. In this case, it'd be Jim Knowles.
Mm-hmm.
So
But they've got I'm sure he's probably got offset language.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
we go back to me and him looking like him, but I was just
No,
that just hit me.
No, there's probably a negotiation there that
Yeah.
takes place, but I think it probably works out for both parties.
I was going to say, I don't think this is one that's like contentious or heated. This is more like, okay, this is what we need to do.
You guys
So-
can't use him anymore. We want him.
Yeah.
Like let's.
Yeah, that's right.
You guys save a little money. Maybe we can. I don't know.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we can go hire Walters, and you all can be on the hook for $9 million or whatever it was you guys said. He is a handsome devil, though, Russell.
60 years old, a native of Philadelphia, PA. He was the head coach at Cornell from 2004 to 2009.
Record wasn't great there overall. It's Ivy League.
Yeah, I mean, and he played there. So he's
a smart guy.
He's a smart guy, yeah.
No matter how good you are at football at that school, you have to be smart to get in.
This was some of the stuff because I know one of the hot topics, we even just talked about it with Topmeyer about he didn't have a good year last year. Okay. And I'm trying to treat that as an outlier, just like we were treating 2024 an outlier for Tim Banks. Okay.
Yeah.
Just let me finish. Under Knowles, we know this. Ohio State was number 1 nationally in scoring defense last season. They were number 2 in 2023. More importantly, when you talk about the dudes aspect, he also had Oklahoma State ranked number 4 nationally in total defense in 2021. Okay, so, I mean, that to me is enough of a sample size that we're not talking about the opposite, the inverse of what we just went through. 4 out of 5 years with the guy who just exited, we were in the 90s.
Right.
Okay. This time around, this is a guy, he had a bad year. It does happen. We just hope it doesn't happen again, but there's a pattern here and it's pretty damn positive.
Well, I go more off what the numbers you were talking about. To me, it's a bigger deal at Oklahoma State, given what that conference was about back then. Nobody really played defense outside of them, but you have to look at set Ohio State off to the side because they had a 5-star at almost every position. I believe. I mean, that team was loaded.
Yep.
And then this year, that roster wasn't as talented. So
we've hired Bears doppelganger. I mean, if you're Josh Heupel, I don't know if this is a red flag or not, but I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say that he is pinning his tenure here on the Jim Knowles /Bear hire. But I mean, he might be that might not be hyperbole. I mean, if this guy comes in and sucks, like there's a good chance they both get fired next year or the year after in short order. I don't think he's going to suck, man. I think this is a pretty good hire.
Yeah.
But you're talking about a guy, and as we go through his bio a little bit here, you know, he was at Cornell. After he graduated there, he stuck around and coached defensive line. He coached running backs, which is also always a good sign. I like coaches that have coached both sides of the ball. He went to Western Michigan for about 5 years, where he was their D-line coach and coordinator for a couple of seasons. And then in 2003, interesting career
I
move.
saw this.
He goes to Ole Miss to coach with David Cutcliffe.
Interesting.
He goes back to Cornell to become the head coach from 04 to 09. So he misses the Cutcliffe second tour of duty at Tennessee and the beginning of Duke. In 2010, after he loses the Cornell job, he goes back to Duke to work with Cutcliffe again as the defensive coordinator. So some quasi-Tennessee ties there already, and I'm sure that he talked to Coach Cut. You know, if he's taken this job and has been considering it, I'm sure there was some conversation there. He leaves Duke in 2017 and goes to Oklahoma State, where he really makes a name for himself. He was the coordinator for the Cowboys under the Cowboy for 4 seasons from 2018 to 2021 before he went to Ohio State, where he helped them win the national championship in 2024.
So you sound fired up, Bob. Like you like this one better than with what all we could.
I like it. I like it better than. Sorry to jump in on you, Bob. I like it better than Walter, just because the toughness thing. I mean, that is stuck in my mind ever since. You know, when you hear the former players, particularly, say, "Man, we look soft." That,
and for them to say that
rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah.
And that's the criticism of Heupel. Oh, it's a gimmick offense and everything. Like, how can you be tough in that? This, to me, shows that he's taken that criticism to heart. He knows it's true, and he's got to find a way to get better. And this Jim Knowles guy, I don't know if it's going to work out, Bob, but he exudes toughness from my standpoint.
I think that's I think that's interesting. I would say for me, if it was Walters, if it is Knowles, I'm okay with either. It's about body of work for me. I mean, I know like Colton Hitchler was a name that was getting thrown out there and probably deserves to be in consideration. These are guys, both Walters and Knowles, either one. There's just a body of work that's different. That's all. It's out there. You can
more proof
see
of concept.
Yeah, you can point to it. You know, and not everybody's going to like it. I get it, but I just think I'm just happy that we're having a conversation about either or in this situation, and it's two guys that are frankly pretty heavy hitters at their trade.
I just think we need a hard ass. I think that's something that's been missing on the defensive side of the ball. And, you know, I'm not one of these that says Golish was the complete key to any success Heupel's ever had. I think that's drastically oversimplifying it and over elevating Golish's role in the success the first 2 years here. But I do think he brought a level of discipline, a level of, you know, you call him the bad cop to Heupel's good cop. And you just need some of that in your program.
He's the coach that none of the players want to have to go talk to. He's the coach that you get sent to.
Yeah, I hope this guy, I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm just putting too much because he looks so much like Bear, but I hope he brings a little Bear to a little, we need to get mean.
We need to definitely be a little bit tougher. For those guys, for the former players to talk outside, you know, what they, you know, their family and publicly question the toughness and
unacceptable.
Really, quite frankly, the testicular fortitude of this year's team was something.
Now, listener Adam on the live chat says he thinks that this means we got told no by Ryan Walters, and he goes, that concerns me more than anything. Maybe he did. Maybe we don't know that, but maybe and there could be a ton of different circumstances around that. Maybe he really likes being in Washington. We don't know.
I mean, if you've got it's no different being a head coach to me. I mean, if you've got a stable, secure job where you are progressing, why would you ever, and money being money and being equal, Bob, why would you ever want to subject yourself to coming into the meat grinder that is this conference?
You want to test yourself against the best.
Yeah.
See if you've got what it takes.
Not everybody's built like that, man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, Tim Banks was.
Yeah. He was I think last year having that great defense, that was his own worst enemy. Because we'd always cut him some slack because of the Heupel offensive thing, I feel like. Because it's so skewed on how long our defense is usually on the field.
Got to give Adam his due. After I spoke, he said, no, we do not. He's saying referring to Walters, has a major buyout. Knowles doesn't have a job right now. You're saving millions by hiring an at least equal DC.
This can't be about money, though. I mean, if Walters is the guy you want, Walters is the guy you want.
Yeah, pay it.
I assume that this is the guy Heupel wanted.
For it to go this fast, I feel like it had to be.
Yeah.
Like, you don't evaluate candidates in 2 days.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, people were stunned when he left Ohio State to go to Penn State. I feel like he's Ohio State wasn't mad at him. You know, Russ keeps asking that question lately. Who likes their defensive coordinator? I'm fairly certain that everybody in Columbus was pretty happy with this guy in 24.
Josh Heupel has put his career in the hands
of
Bear's doppelganger.
Oh, no.
Another Penn State DC. Shoot, Banks, Knowles.
Yeah, who is Matt Campbell bringing with him? We probably need to keep an eye on that guy since he's inevitably going to replace Knowles here in a couple of years.
Do you guys feel better knowing that he worked for Cut? Even though it was 22 years ago.
I just hope
his staff.
I just hope that he has your command of clock management.
Would be incredible
when he gets here. I mean, I think that would be. Stay with us. Hour number 2 of The Drive coming up next right here on Fan Run Radio.
The Drive.
Hey, Knoxville. Surfside iced tea and vodka made with real brewed tea is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar with no bubbles and no troubles. That's right, zero carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. Headed to a game day or party at a friend's house? Bring an iced tea or lemonade variety pack from Surfside or try their green tea and new raspberry tea vodka. Find the can with the sunset stripes this season. Surfside iced tea and vodka. Sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Surfside iced tea and vodka. Sunshine in a can. Must be 21 or older. Enjoy responsibly.
Timeless traditions start with the ones we love and what we bring home for the season. Bring Inward Half home this holiday. Comfort and performance, made for the journeys you take and the memories you make. For quiet moments or the days you'll remember forever. From performance polos to cozy hoodies, modern apparel for men, women, and kids, there's something for everyone. This holiday, make tradition comfortable. Make it memorable. Make it Inward Half.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Have you ever found yourself wishing your clothes looked brand new again? Whether it's your favorite suit, that little black dress, or your comfy winter coat, Crown Cleaners can make it happen. From stubborn stains to delicate fabrics, the expert team at Crown Cleaners uses the latest cleaning technology to ensure your clothes come back looking and feeling fresh. Visit one of their 2 area locations, Kingston Pike on Bearden Hill or South North Shore Drive near Dunkin' Donuts. Online at crowncleaners.com. Crown Cleaners, a tradition of excellence.
What if I told you you could pay off your home in an average of 7 years without making more money or spending a dime less? Simply by changing how your mortgage is structured. Sounds impossible? Let me show you how it works. I'm Chris Burleson with University Lending Group, helping families across the U.S. save thousands in interest and own their home years sooner. Don't believe me? Give me a call at 865-388-7634 or visit smartloantn.com to learn more. NMLS number 332941.
Got a problem tree looming over your home? Call ECR Total Landscapes. Whether it's trimming, removal, or storm cleanup, our certified pros get the job done safely and efficiently. We're licensed, insured, and ready 24/7 for emergency calls. Big or small, we cut them all. ECR Total Landscapes. Call now for a free estimate, 865-384-5300. 888-208-2012 and mention promo code FANRUN for free stump grinding on any tree removal now through the end of the year. Also, visit us at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Are you a federal employee facing workplace challenges like suspension or removal? Are you concerned about your security clearance with any federal agency? You know the Griffin Law Firm is your trusted ally in military legal matters. But did you know they also specialize in civilian federal employment law? If you're a federal employee facing workplace challenges like suspension or removal, if you're concerned about your security clearance with any federal agency, the DOE, FBI, FCC, or DOD, you might not know it, but you do have legal recourse. The Griffin Law Firm specializes in federal employment law, military law, and security defense law. VFL Marshall Griffin and his experienced team are ready to make your problem their problem, no matter which federal agency you work for. Don't face federal employment issues alone. Remember, remain silent, request counsel, call Griffin Law, 888-707-4282, online at griffinlawdefense.com.
It's time for the Drive's Top 4 at 4.
Hour number 2 of the Drive underway, Fan Run Radio, and huge news off the top today. Tennessee has zeroed in on a new defensive coordinator. Today's top 4 brought to you by our friends at Garage Beer. They're going to have us out on the road a week from today. I'll tell you where. Coming up after the top 4.
At number 1, Josh Heupel is reportedly closing in on making a marquee hire to replace Tim Banks as Tennessee's defensive coordinator. The Vols are expected to hire Jim Knowles as the program's new DC. The deal is not yet done, but Tennessee is the expected landing spot for Knowles and would be a major splash hire for Heupel.
Something we hadn't talked about. The other thing Knowles brings to the table is, I would say, probably a lot of, obviously a lot of experience, and he's an older dude rather than a young guy. Maybe can help just overall team discipline. And
Bob, you were saying already, folks on the YouTube chat and in the text box that we've got a few naysayers.
Yeah, there's some. Worried about his level to recruit, or I should say lack thereof.
Trev67 says, if you give Bear 2.0 the funds to build with the portal with 7 to 10 players, we should be all right.
Yeah.
He didn't seem to have any problem when he was DC at Ohio State.
Bear 2.0 is pretty good.
It is. Saying that it there's, his defense takes at least 3 years to get installed and up and running. And I don't know. Nobody's going to be pleased with any of it.
No, man, that's unacceptable.
Yeah.
No, it ain't no 2 years to get it up and running. No, this has to be immediate.
We got Aguilar ready to play quarterback in the SEC.
Yeah.
And
he might have to dumb down his system a little bit here. Like, you're not, no offense to our guys, but this ain't Cornell. Yeah. This ain't Duke. Like, you're going to have to tailor a system. And if you do build it up and there's more terminology and blitzes and coverages in year 2, that's one thing, but you can't put it all in year 1 and then our guys don't know what to do and it's the sincere year all over again. That's not going to fly, man. We have to be functional. Nobody's expecting 2024 Ohio State next year, but we have to be functional. We have to be better than we were this year.
Absolutely.
That's why we're going to pay him a king's ransom to come down here and work for us.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
At number 2, Tennessee linebacker Brendan Ains is leaving the program after one season on Rocky Top and plans to enter the transfer portal when it opens on January 2nd. Ains played in all 12 games this season, mostly on special teams, as he recorded 5 tackles and 3 tackles in the game against New Mexico State.
I've been a little surprised we haven't seen more portal entrances yet from Tennessee, but
well, I mean, the portal doesn't open until January 2nd.
A lot of these guys are going ahead and announce. I guess they just don't want to deal with the bowl game.
The portal doesn't open until January 2nd, but I don't think that's stopping anybody from
Oh, no.
Talking. So
landing where they're going to land.
I do want, Ains, I mean, he was not one of our more highly touted prospects in last year's signing class. It does, I am a little bit surprised that he only gave it 1 year. I did hear some buzz that they were pleasantly surprised with what they were getting last year, and nobody expected him to play this past season. But as a prospect, maybe he could develop into something. But one of those Page kids, use it where they just won their
Page.
First state championship. Hopefully, he finds a good landing spot.
Yeah, it's just tough with our linebacker room, given this last recruiting class, the emergence of some guys on the team, and Arion Carter still being there. Like, it's a crowded room, and if you want to play next year, like he's probably making the decision. Like, I don't think I'm going to be able to make that starting spot, so I'm going to go somewhere else. Especially with this highly drafted class of linebackers we just got. At number 3, Big 12 Commissioner Brett Yormark took issue yesterday with Notre Dame's criticism of the ACC this week, calling his behavior, quote, egregious. Yormark took aim at the Notre Dame athletic director, saying he is, quote, totally out of bounds in his approach. And if he was in the room, I'd tell him the same thing. He criticized the ACC in multiple media appearances since Notre Dame's college football playoff omission, when during a news conference he alleged the ACC orchestrated a sustained, targeted social media campaign against the Irish.
You, sir, are out of bounds. I do declare.
I'm fairly certain. I looked at their Big Ten game, unprecedented winning streak, and I think maybe 3 of the 10 had winning records. Notre Dame.
Oh yeah, you played three teams against you played 3 games against decent opponents. You won 1 of them.
Yeah.
Like, what do you want?
Beat Miami week 1.
Yeah. The team that got put in ahead of you beat you.
Yeah.
I mean, your best win was 9-3 USC.
Listen, I think Notre Dame is good. I think this is a terrible look. This is a PR nightmare for them. Like,
yeah,
the thing to do is to go to the Pop-Tarts Bowl and bludgeon somebody, man. Make a statement that way. Don't take your ball and go home and then whine about it. It looks really whiny right now, what they're doing. And look, they deserve to be in this thing. I think them and Vanderbilt would be my 2 teams to replace JMU and Tulane. But the rules went against them. They're probably going to get changed. Man, just don't whine about it, man. It's I don't know. We'd probably be doing the same thing, but we play in a conference.
Yeah, but we also I couldn't see us just opting out of a bowl game. That's just dumb.
I would hope not.
So they were locked into the Pop-Tarts Bowl? Is that what the deal was?
I think
we
that's
can circle back to it.
I think that's where they were going to
That was the projection. I would have loved to have seen them play like, there was some chatter for a moment of that, like them and Brigham Young playing each other. That would have been a great game.
That'd been a holy war, Catholics and Mormons.
Them and Vandy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, been good.
And their argument was that would have made ESPN a lot of money. That's their whole argument, is they don't want to give ESPN money to play in a bowl game.
Completely off topic here. People talk about the bowl games and they're not as good anymore. I'll tell you one way to make them better, be get rid of all the conference tie-ins, like all of them.
Yeah.
And just have
matchmaking.
Make matchups that make sense so that it's not Tennessee, Illinois, and Nashville. It's not the most the location sucks, the opponent sucks, but if you put a better matchup together for us there, like
fans would want to see.
You let us play Notre Dame?
Whew.
Okay.
Place to be sold out.
That would be a fun matchup. Tennessee play Miami, move that stuff around a little bit. Well, Miami's going to the playoff, but
historic, because some teams we don't play Miami and Notre Dame anymore, but those
are
rivalries.
The conference tie-ins and the slotting is what a big part of what makes these bowl games so uncompelling.
Mm-hmm. And at number 4, former Tennessee football running backs coach Jerry Mack became a hot name on the coaching carousel, but is now not going anywhere anytime soon. Mack and the Owls, of Kennesaw State, have agreed to a new 6-year contract. This comes after a dramatic turnaround of the Kennesaw State program in just 1 year, taking a 2-10 team and turning them into a 10-3 team and a Conference USA champion.
Boy, what a turnaround that guy's made, huh?
And his there's a lot of ticked off Memphis fans who thought he would be the guy that Memphis was going to get.
Who did they get?
They got Southern Miss's coach Huff. I forget, it's Charlie
Yeah.
Huff, Sam Huff. I forget.
Charlie Huff pitched for the knuckleballer.
Yeah, this is a different Huff.
It's
It's HUFF. But
it's they should have hired Jerry Mack. I mean, I don't know if he should have left after 1 year, but remember Mack, like that was an intriguing hire because he was the OC at Rice when we hired him, and he had been the head coach at North Carolina Central for a couple of seasons. So he's got some experience in, Kennesaw State's in Conference USA now. Maybe he has another good season there and gets a job that's better than Memphis, because I think that's a tough gig.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Sometimes. I don't know. Obviously, Silverfield and Norvell able to parlay that into.
And Fuente.
Big job. Yeah. Maybe it's not a bad job. Maybe it's an easy job. Maybe
and ultimately they move on and maybe get fired.
You get a ticket to the buyout life.
Yeah, that's true.
Something to be said for that. Thank you, Walker. That is the top 4 at 4. It's brought to you by our friends at Garage Beer, presenting a special live broadcast of The Drive 1 week from today at the all-new Liquor Vault Superstore. Liquor Vault Superstore, Fountain City on Tazewell and Broadway. It's the old Party City building.
Wow. That place is ginormous.
Yeah, I've been in there. They've got quite the operation.
It's a lot of booze.
Well, we're going to be there a week before Christmas Day. So
stock up, man.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to want to come, and we got some garage beer specials.
Be a raccoon.
You can pick up a little something, put in your eggnog or whatever you got to get. We're going to be there. Want you to make plans to come out and see us 1 week from today, next Thursday, at the Liquor Vault Superstore, Fountain City on Tazewell and Broadway in the old Party City building. We're going to have garage beer tastings at the store. We're going to be giving away garage beer and fan run swag just in time for the holidays. And we'll have $1 off 6-packs, 12-packs, and 24-pack cases of garage beer and garage beer lime. And yes, I did say 6-packs, but Russell, they don't make 6-packs everywhere. I've only seen the 12-pack in the case. We have 6-packs now. And get this, they are 6-packs of 16-ounce cans.
Oh, man.
We drank beer. I liked beer. Still like
It's
beer.
a lot of beer.
It's cruise missiles.
Tall boys. For your drinking pleasure, $8.99 for a 6-pack of the 16-ounce cans. I'll be getting a couple of those next week. $14 for the 12-packers, $30 for the cases. So come on out and see us 1 week from today at the Liquor Vault Superstore. Superstore. Presented by Garage Beer.
I mean, if you're going to have to deal with your Aunt Jen, and her antics at Christmas, you better come prepared.
Yep.
6 or 2 of tall boys
on your belt, Cousin Eddie style.
Yeah. Just pulling them off.
Ready for war. All right. Braylon Staley today named SEC Freshman of the Year.
Him.
Yes.
Yeah, because I was getting pissed yesterday because I felt like he should have been on the All-SEC team.
Probably should have been, man.
I mean, I get Concepcion and Brazel.
If you could have only one of our 3 receivers back this year.
Staley.
I think so, too. Even though Brazel was...
Brazel's your guy that's going to make it on SportsCenter's top 10 more.
He was always dinged up, and then he kind of disappeared in the, and it's probably teams were covering him more, but...
I would agree. I'd say Staley.
He is just the 3rd Vol in program history to win SEC Freshman of the Year. Can you name the other 2?
Eric Berry?
Nope.
Jamal Lewis?
Jamal Lewis,
Yes.
correct. 1997.
Yes.
Carl Pickens?
No.
Chuck Webb?
Nope.
That's a good guess. He was a redshirt freshman in 1989.
Give us a hint. Offense or defense?
Offense.
They're going to be
It wasn't
themselves.
Patton.
It was Patton. 1994, little-known freshman, skinny guy from New Orleans named Peyton Manning. was the SEC Freshman of the Year.
Well, the reason it did, because the thing I remember most distinctly about that was fans were not in agreement on who should be starting that year.
You have to realize 1994 was a different time. Freshmen just did not make much of an impact back then at any position. It was very rare. So Freshman of the Year prior to like 15 years ago, maybe like prior to Tebow in 06, Freshman of the Year was always going to be a guy that started a handful of games or half the games or something like that.
It's not like that anymore. You got to.
I mean, Jamal didn't start until 3 or 4 games in. He didn't know the blocking schemes.
Yeah, I don't know what. He didn't need to know the damn blocking, and I'm mad again.
Just handing him the ball would have been nice.
So we're working like heck.
When we started doing it, it worked a lot.
He ripped like 300 yards on Kirby in Georgia.
Walker, do you want to hear Bear and I get up on the porch and break open a vein about something that happened 30 years ago?
I'd love nothing more.
Hit it, Russ.
You already hit it.
I mean, we had a Greek god of a running back. We hadn't beaten Florida in like 8 years. And we finally get Jamal Lewis. And we go down to the swamp with the senior Peyton Manning. And Jamal Lewis doesn't play
at all.
Oh,
we started Mark Levine.
Who is that guy?
He's a good guy, man. He's a friend of the show,
friend of the program.
But he is not.
He's not a borderline Hall of Fame running back. I love Mark. He was a great guy.
And after the Florida game, the media kept asking, "Why aren't you playing Jamal Lewis?" And do you know what he said? Because he doesn't know the blocking schemes.
They keep missing a guy that when he showed up on campus, he was like 6'1", 6'2", maybe 225, chiseled.
It's like, here's an idea, Einstein. Why don't you just hand him the ball? Then he doesn't have to block anybody. Just give it to him.
He's just going to score touchdowns. He literally ran wild. Was it like the next week we played Georgia?
So we lose to Florida like 37-20. And then Fulmer's like, you know what? I think we're going to start Jamal Lewis against Ole Miss. Or was it Georgia? It was Georgia. Ole Miss. It was those two games back to back. And we just like gave him the ball 30 times. And he ran for like 1 billion yards. Like they could not stop him.
Got like 600 yards in 2 games.
Still haven't tackled him.
It's the reason Kirby runs a score up on us to this day is because of what Jamal Lewis did to him and the Bulldogs.
But I guess time doesn't heal all wounds.
Damn it! The freaking blocking schemes. Like, how hard can it be? Just block somebody, man.
That's when I figured out they really were just overpaid, overblown PE teachers.
I love the
dumbass.
I love the complaints, and then I love the whole. This is when it does sound like old men on the porch when it's like, yeah, you know who played running back? Mark Levine, good guy. Now I know him. He's on the show, good guy. But no, that was
I could sit here and make
Sean Bryson got
Bryson started in the NFL. He's a bad boy.
Damn it! Damn it! Damn it!
Is this going to be me in 30 years talking about the Max Gilbert kick?
Yes.
Here's how good he was. Sean Bryson started at running back for the Detroit Lions for a minute, and he was our fullback at Tennessee because there wasn't any room in the running back room for him.
All right, let's stop talking about this because it is getting me redneck mad.
Actually,
They're just 2 weeks in front of Christmas, and I'm about to burst a vein over here. When we continue, Tennessee working to hire Jim Knowles as its new defensive coordinator. We'll talk more about his pedigree and the fact that he does look exactly like Bear. It is uncanny. It is amazing.
This may be the greatest looking coach we've ever hired. Eat your heart out, Lane.
Quick timeout. The drive continues. More Fan Run Radio coming up.
The Drive.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year! Ho, 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 ho!
For the fans, by the fans, this is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
This football season, crack open a cold beer that doesn't fumble the flavor. Garage Beer is 100% beer-flavored beer. No gimmicks,
just cold beer. Co-owned by the Kelsey brothers and brewed right here in the Volunteer State, Garage Beer is perfect for fall fire pits and Tennessee tailgates. So pick up a 12-pack today of the official beer of Football Fridays on Fan Run Radio. Garage Beer, 100% beer-flavored beer.
Running a business, coaching a team, planning your next big event, you need more than just gear. You need SM Athletics and Logo Solutions. Custom uniforms, branded apparel, promotional products, done right, done fast, and built to show off your brand with pride. From local businesses to high schools to major universities, SM Athletics is trusted by winners. Get real service, get real quality, get noticed. SM Athletics and Logo Solutions, where your brand comes to life.
Visit smathletics.com and let's build something great together.
It's time for the North Knox Siding and Windows High School Football Player of the Week. Brought to you by North Knox Siding and Windows. Call 865-689-0505 or visit them online at northknoxsidingandwindows.com.
This week's North Knox Siding and Windows High School Football Player of the Week is Alcoa running back Micah Jones. Jones rushed for 120 yards and 4 touchdowns on just 14 carries in Alcoa's 47-27 win over Pearl Cone in the state championship game last week. Jones was named MVP for his performance as the Tornadoes won their 11th state championship in a row. Alcoa High School's Micah Jones, this week's North Knox Siding and Windows High School Football Player of the Week.
North Knox Siding and Windows, locally owned and operated. They can handle all your siding, window, gutter, and roofing needs. Call 865-689-0505 for a free estimate or go online to northknoxsidingandwindows.com.
Bankruptcy, divorce, personal injury. These are just some of the curveballs life can throw at you. Fortunately, East Tennessee has someone to help you work through these problems and recover. The law offices of Jerry R. Givens. If you're in need of legal advice, call today to set up a free, no-obligation consultation. 865-801-9250. As always, the phone call is free, the advice is free, so what do you have to lose? Call 865-801-9250 or go online to jrglawtn.com. That's jrglawtn.com. The law offices of Jerry R. Givens. Legal expertise you can rely on.
White Claw is taking hard seltzer to new heights with White Claw Surge. At 8% alcohol, White Claw Surge is a stronger wave of refreshment that doesn't compromise on taste. Available in 4 bold waves of flavor like ripe blackberry, citrusy blood orange, zesty natural lime, and tart cranberry. Check out your favorite retailer in-store and online for the White Claw Surge Variety 12-pack and 16-ounce single-serve cans. White Claw Surge. Please drink responsibly.
Just hear those sleigh bells jingling-a-ring-a-ting-a-ting-a-ling-a-too.
Take the Christmas music away from him, please.
Fan Run Radio, the drive continues. Russell, Bob, and Bear back with you. Walker Smith doing his thing as well in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios as we break down Tennessee's, what we believe, the imminent hire and announcement of Jim Knowles as the new defensive coordinator here. Magic Mike in the text box says, let's hope he doesn't have Bear's attention span. Don't need him calling a play and then forgetting what he called.
Yeah, Magic Mike, he's a comedian.
Oh, that was funny.
I'm sure he's playing to an audience of one. I don't know if you've noticed this about Magic Mike.
Somebody in the text box says, does Jim Knowles have a list of awesome things he hates?
Yeah, I was going to say there's all, like I've been saying, there's all sorts of points of view as regards to this Jim Knowles hire, his recruiting, his schemes.
Mm-hmm.
I bet he loves Emmett Otter too.
Well, that's the thing. The people who really
Gen
care,
X.
Here's some questions. We need to ask Knowles about his opinion on Emmett Otter.
Yep.
That came from
very important.
Probably a pretty good chance he likes it.
Does he like Thanksgiving food?
Yeah, somebody asked if he thinks Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's not.
What are his thoughts on Peter Gabriel's catalog? You know, we talk a lot about, you look at him and he looks like a tough guy. He looks like a hard ass, which is what I want. It's what I think we need in this program. I think we've lost our edge. I did take a look at YouTube
night before last. I love the mic'd up videos. You like those when like they put a mic on the coach and he's walking around the practice field, you hear him. So I went back and I found one where he's at Oklahoma State and his Jim Knowles mic'd up, and I'm thinking, all right, they're going to have to bleep out every third word. This guy's going to be he's going to be like spit, like yelling at guys, a spit flying out, hanging off his beard. Like this is what we need, right? And I fired up, and he's walking around they're like, doing stretch and stuff. And he's walking around the players and he's talking to them about yoga. And he does yoga and he's like posing.
Yeah, but he knows he's mic'd up.
He's getting into these poses and stuff, and he's talking about his chakra and all this stuff.
Having a balanced chakra is important, Russ.
Lane Kiffin would approve.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to judge him off 1 2-minute mic'd up video from 8 years ago on YouTube. I'm just saying, like, I would have liked to see him eating a bowl of rusty nails or something.
Well, you never know what he acts like when he's not mic'd up, and he knows that there's not, microphone just sitting right there, listening to every word he says. He might act different when the mic's off.
Now, the one question from Adam on the live chat, and I don't know the answer to this. It's a good question, though, is does Knowles coach from the sideline is the real question.
Why do people think that's important?
I don't know. I've always heard defensive guys, they like them down there on the sideline where they can talk to the guys.
I mean,
I think it's probably better for him to be up top where
I
they
have
can
no
see.
opinion. I don't care. Wherever you think you do your job better, that's where you should do it from.
If you feel like up in the eye in the sky and you can see what the offense is doing and diagnose it better.
I remember Chavis did both. Like Chavis was up in the box at first, and then he came down on the field. He said he wanted to look in their eyes and everything, and it was. I mean, I don't think that there was a huge difference either way.
Now, Cut never came down from the box, did he?
No, Cut loved calling plays from the booth.
Yeah.
He said it was not only could you see the field, but it was a more clinical environment. Like there's not everybody's running around. It's quieter.
Yeah.
You can't hear the crowd as much. You're in a booth.
Yeah. You're just,
so I was just like, whatever you're comfortable with doing, like, just do that. I don't think there's a written way. It has to be on the sideline. But I've seen a lot of people say that. Like, I think that's just because they didn't like Banks, and Banks was in the booth, so they want the other thing.
What are some other things that the fans get like that? Fans get hung up on?
Well, my favorite thing.
Your Waffle House menu is too big.
That one's good.
It needs to be smaller.
Oh yeah,
it's a sign that you're confused. You're outthinking yourself because the menu's too big.
Like what's the things that it's holding guy gets upset about with coaches?
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, the Bama fans were all mad at DeBoer for like wearing a collared shirt. They said you got to wear the black hoodie.
Yeah, he wore that and got his brains beat in.
Mm-hmm. It's
once.
Georgia.
Somebody on the text box from the 704 says Knowles operates from the booth.
It's fine. It's one of my favorite things when a coach is about to get fired. He makes you know what? I'm going to go to the field.
I'm going to go to the field.
Everything.
Yeah. It's right up there with the vote of confidence. It's
vote of confidence, changing who's calling plays. It's right up there with just the classic moves coaches do right before they get kicked.
Desperate moves.
Desperate moves before you get sent packing.
Bear, are you not a fan of Triscuits?
No, I love Triscuits.
Oh, okay.
I hate Triscuits.
Because they did say, Trev wrote, does he prefer Triscuit crackers? So,
yeah, this is what I want, a wicker wood swing set in my mouth. That's good.
No, those Triscuits are the bomb, man.
They're awful.
Oh, no.
This a little cheese, a little gabagool on there. Make a little Triscuit sandwiches.
Sharp, like I'm going to tear up my gums.
Actually, if you get the low salt ones, they're actually pretty good. A lot of fiber.
Low salt.
Now you got to have the salt.
Yeah.
I know.
I bet you're a big sugar-free guy too, man.
Me?
No. I remember my mom tried to pull that over on us and the boys when we were growing up, and like we always had a lot of cookies, fudge stripes, and Chips Ahoy and stuff like that at the house. And then, like one year, she started bringing in like the low sugar or cookies or
Mom, the diabetic aisle.
What the hell is this? These are gross, man. Give me those cookies that are going to just like infused with high fructose corn syrup and all the stuff that's going to make me have the diabetes.
I mean, that is, I mean, your mom's a saint. I can only imagine how hard it was. I mean, she lived with 4 dudes for that long.
Do you guys remember this back in my LA days, the cookies, Snackwells?
That's exactly what I was thinking of. She would bring those home.
And I thought I was doing really good because, out in LA, very image conscious, everything else. And it's like, oh, these are fat.
They came in that green box.
The thing with the ones I were getting was
it's healthy because it's in a green box.
Yeah, and they were fat free, but then the sugar content on them was absurd, man. It was through the roof. So you really weren't doing anything.
Yeah, and I'm going to eat an entire box because they're not filling.
Yeah.
I love the serving size on the cookie box of the bag you get. It's like serving size, 3 cookies. Who eats 3 cookies?
Yeah.
I'm going to kill half that box if I open it.
I mean, Zach gets it on the live chat. Triscuits and cheese are elite. He's not wrong. I mean, I used to like shredded wheat, by the way. Did you like those frosted mini wheats?
Not really, because I'd have to put like a half a pound of sugar in there. I mean, Triscuits with, Christmas time where you go over like the big get-togethers and have like that cheese ball. It's kind of rolled in those walnuts or whatever, pecans.
So gross.
You don't like cheese like that? Cheese and crackers?
Cheese balls? Oh, man. Everybody's taking a chunk out of it with their crackers. It's a petri dish.
Like just a big piece.
I'm surprised you get in there
on a charcuterie board.
I get in there for a charcuterie. You're talking to the king of charcuterie. I love charcuterie.
You're
big charcuterie guy.
The king of charcuterie. Really?
You'll never
give
meet
yourself
anybody
that name
that enjoys it more than me.
Never gonna meet anybody who enjoys charcuterie more than
me. I mean, it's cured meats, cheese, crackers, pickles.
Can that be Jim Knowles' new nickname?
I mean, it was best. Remember Cress's wedding? You made fun of me because of the way I ate.
Cress is the king of charcuterie.
That is true.
You're
Cress could lay.
You're not even a prince. You're like a duke. You're like I don't know, an attendant at the night of the round table. You're the jester of charcuterie. It's what you are.
You're a punk and a clown. You know?
DR, you're on the drive. Fan Run Radio. Good afternoon, sir.
Like the dunce of charcuterie.
Your time here with us can be short, DR.
I'm honestly not a knocking you. I'm kind of surprised you like Triscuits. I like Triscuits as well, but that's kind of shocking to me that you do.
I don't know. It's something weird. My brothers and sisters didn't like them when we were growing up. And it was it was competitive at our house for food. I had 2 brothers. So you find something you kind of like that they didn't, it's kind of your thing. Yeah.
Is that why you're such a contrarian on things?
Oh, I mean, what do you mean, contrarian?
You just usually go. I mean, that's not a knock. You just go against the grain on some things. That sounds like you just like Triscuits out of necessity to live.
Well, I mean they're pretty tasty wheat thin sociables. I don't know
sociables.
Yeah, man.
Okay. No,
my parents, I don't know. We always had like boxes of crackers and stuff in the cabinets when I was growing up.
Wheat thins are a classic.
What about chicken and biscuit?
Oh yeah,
That'd
come after back when I was younger.
Whatever that seasoning.
Wilder days, you come home, I'd go through a whole box of those things in one sitting.
Those are on point.
Do you ever eat combos?
Yes.
Like some of them come in cracker, pretzel, cheese. Those are incredible.
Peanut butter combos.
That's a great road trip snack while you're driving. Perfect. Like if you're going on a long trip, get a little bag of combos.
That was always my brother's go-to. He'd get a bag of those on the way down to St. Jude. I think about him every time. Russ, that seems like something you wouldn't like. You seem to not really like cheese. You don't like cheesecake or cheese balls.
Well, Russ has had to step out of the room for just a second, but yeah, I mean,
it's rooted in his disdain for cheese. That's why he left.
He's a strange guy. Davey Hudson's one who won't eat cheese.
Davey's a cheese hater?
He will get he eats pizza with no cheese on it.
What? That's not even pizza.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
My daughter has dairy allergies. She has to do that or get it with vegan cheese.
Vegan cheese.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
But no cheese at all is not.
Here's something not a lot of people know, that vegan cheese is very similar to that soy-based cheese they used to throw on the school lunch pizzas back in the day, DR. That's what it reminds me of. If you get the right brand. It's not bad. Brings back a lot of memories. So
Well, guys, can we expect any more staff changes? I mean, I'm sure this guy's going to want to bring his own guys on defense, but I'm wanting a new special teams coach, and I wouldn't mind not seeing Halsley anymore either. He just seems like dead weight.
I don't think Halsley's going anywhere. Not sure about the special teams coach. I don't even know the guy's name. The guy replaced Eckler, I guess. Other than that, for me, the strength and conditioning, I would be taking a long, hard look at that.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I wouldn't mind special teams guy leaving and taking Max Gilbert with him, honestly.
Yeah, I feel like if it was going to be one of those bigger openings, like a special teams or offensive, they would have fired him with Tim Banks on the same day or around the same time. Like they wouldn't do them one at a time. They wouldn't wait on that.
I'm still of the belief that they were doing that to one of the things I had heard behind the scenes was whoever that Josh was going to hire, he was going to give them quote unquote latitude. So maybe it's like you make the changes you need to. So I'm thinking we're not done, but it'll be left up to what Knowles.
Okay,
now, I'll go ahead and warn you. Hope. Like I'll be stunned if Willie Martinez leaves.
Yeah.
For those of you that don't like him.
I was reading about Knowles. Somebody said he only plays man. Do y'all know anything about that? He didn't go in his zone ever?
I don't know about his scheme. I'd have to look.
Yeah, I don't know enough about it.
Those are dangerous. That's a dangerous way to play, though. Playing man only. You got to have the best of the best out there to do that the whole time.
I mean, he could do it at Ohio State for sure. Yeah, he could probably load the box with 8 and just leave the guys on the outside on an island and then have a safety over the top.
Yeah, man, if you've
certainly worked against us.
If you have Caleb Downs back there, like police and everything at safety, why not just match up? He'll clean up anything else.
Well, I'll end with this. I'm sure it'll work out because, I mean, last time we hired a defensive guy from Penn State, he turned out great. You have a good day, guys.
I mean, the last 2 times, really.
Yeah.
It's so hit or miss with these guys, Bob.
Yeah, no, it is.
And there's so many, and that's the thing about Banks. I mean, we'll never know. I mean, he did, playing devil's advocate for him. He lost Pierce to the draft, and he's balling out for Atlanta. His 2 starting cornerbacks. His 2 of the better defensive tackles we've had here in a long time, and Lott and Thomas. So, I mean, he had a really bad hand dealt to him this year.
Listener Trev, I'm just going back in the live chat. One of the things he said was Knowles' system relies heavily on safeties plugging up the run. Therefore, we need some dudes, because he also said he likes to walk his safeties up.
So he just likes to play a 8-man box all the time and just play one free safety and a strong safety to come down.
Yeah, I mean, if you're walking your safeties up in the box, you're playing with fire in this league. But you got to, I mean, as long as you get home, because there's only a certain amount of time you can expect corners to be able to cover the receivers they'll see in the SEC. You're on a clock before those guys get open.
Yeah.
So,
hey, it was somebody said it earlier again on this was it. It was from Lightning Larry Jenkins. We haven't heard from Lightning Larry lately, but he's interacting.
Great name.
Said we asked for change, we got it. It's always a gamble, no matter who you hire. The best coaches have been fired before. It'll either work out or it won't, stating the obvious, but Heupel swung for the fences with this one. And I do agree. Now, again, you know whose neck is on the line on this? It's Josh Heupel's at this point. So let's see what happens. I mean, the first step was clearing out the underbrush, is what I would call it. And that happened earlier this week, man. That's exactly what. Just think about how everybody felt when that got announced. And then we pivot to, okay, we've got to make a change. This is one of the best names that's available in that market right now.
I mean, in my opinion, the best.
Yeah.
Hey, we're going to have to go to the breaking news desk, Bob.
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
According to Pete Thamel, who is referencing per Dan Wetzel and Adam Schefter, Sharon Moore has been fired by Michigan. The firing is set to be for cause.
For cause?
Is that a remnant from the whole sign stealing thing? Because remember, he did get suspended for a couple games this season too.
That was done though. Like
yeah.
it's done.
I don't know.
We'll have to dive into that.
Yeah,
later,
we got to find that one out.
Yeah,
I'll do a little research in the background, but that's. I mean, Sharon Moore. A lot of people said that he was the weakness of that Michigan team, and he wasn't a great coach. But firing him for cause is a little shocking.
Yeah,
get you that buyout.
LSU tried to do it. See how it worked out for them.
Yeah. I'm just looking here. So you said you got that from Thamel?
Thamel, but I mean, Wetzel's got it. Schefter's got it.
Wow.
ESPN's, Schefter is tweeting it out. ESPN source: Michigan has fired head coach Sharon Moore for cause.
All right, let's hit a break. Before we do, though, Hewitt Pruitt says sun-dried tomato and basil wheat thins are where it's at.
Sun-dried tomato, pretty damn.
I love
the
wheat
flavors.
thins.
It's good stuff.
Love
we could talk crackers all afternoon. We've got a lot of sports to get to, folks.
That's absolutely right. Let's hit a break.
Yeah.
When we return, hopefully Russell will be back to join us, but we will continue the conversation on the presumed new defensive coordinator for Tennessee. Still working on that. We'll let's get your thoughts on it. We'll talk about it on the other side. Stick around. You're listening to The Drive on Fan Run Radio.
The Drive.
Catch up with all things Fan Run by subscribing to our podcast feed. Like, rate, and download the show from the Fan Run app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Holiday shopping? Keep it simple and give the gift of good beer and good food with a gift card from the Casual Pint North Shore, where everybody knows your name. It's the perfect gift for friends, family, coworkers, anyone who loves relaxing with a great brew or a good meal. Gift cards can be used for food, beer, or to-go brews from the cooler, so stop by the Casual Pint North Shore at 2045 Thunderhead Road and tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. Online at northshore.thecasualpint.com. Great beer, great food, great gifts from the Casual Pint North Shore.
Don't let the chaos of the holiday season slow you down. Adding your CNB bank cards to your digital wallet makes checking out fast and easy. Forget digging through your wallet or entering payment information. Just tap, pay, and you're on your way. Add your bank cards to your digital wallet for a smoother shopping experience.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
Your smile says it all, so make sure it's saying the right thing. At Knoxville Smiles, we believe healthy teeth mean happy lives. Invisalign is a clear aligner orthodontic treatment that gradually straightens teeth without the use of traditional metal braces. And now, at Knoxville Smiles, we're offering Invisalign special pricing for new patients. Call for details at 865-539-1776 or just visit us at knoxvillesmiles.com. Don't wait another day to love your smile. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
This is Bo Kregner with the Kregner Group at Realty Executives. There's nothing like being home for Christmas. If you're thinking about a fresh start and a new year, we're selling while buyers are still active this season. Our team is ready to help you make your next move a joyful one. Call 865-742-1035 or visit BoKnowsHouses.com. From our family to yours, Merry Christmas and thank you for letting us be a part of your story. The Kregner Group, walking by faith, serving others.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
Fan Run Radio, the drive continues. Sharon Moore out at Michigan, allegedly for cause.
Yeah, it said a violation of university policy, and it was for cause. So you leave the room for like 30 seconds, and
all hell breaks loose.
Yeah, it did.
Well, it's
who the hell are they gonna get?
What did they? Well, you know who's available with significant Michigan ties. Probably always wanted that job.
Mm-hmm.
Brian Kelly.
I thought we were going to say Butch Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
he is from
Saugatuck.
Yeah.
Butch Jones is ass.
I mean, that's about what you got. You got Butch Jones and Brian Kelly.
Let's send a new guy out to call. If those guys are on air right
Chip
now,
Kelly.
just call in. Suggest Butch Jones to replace Sharon Moore.
I mean, it's not a great time to be hiring a coach. I will say that I thought that was a bad hire at the time. I don't think.
But you don't fire him 2 weeks before the portal opens.
No, that's tough. That's tough.
Something must have happened for them to fire him right before the bowl game.
Well, what's Matt Campbell thinking? I mean, like if you're going to leave for a prestigious Big Ten job, I'd rather have Michigan than Penn State.
Yeah, probably. But you talked when you were talking about Matt Campbell to Penn State. One of you guys, I'm pretty sure it was you, Russ. There's not the same level, or maybe it was Blake when we had Blake on. There's not the same intensity level of expectations at Penn State as there's at Michigan, especially when it comes to Ohio State.
Do what now?
There's not the same level of expectations when you're the head coach at Penn State that there is when you're at Michigan.
Yeah, but I think Michigan's got a higher ceiling. Like if
job.
that's what Ann Arbor's a better place to live.
It's easier to recruit to, I would
Yeah.
imagine.
Have a little more updated details on exactly what Sharon Moore did. Apparently, there is credible evidence was found that Coach Moore engaged in an inappropriate relationship with a staff member.
Tale as old as time, my boy Walker.
Yeah.
It's undefeated. It's never been scored on.
Brought down better men than Sharon Moore.
It's true.
Wow.
He was going full Petrino, huh?
Got his hand caught in the cookie jar.
Dipping his pen in the company ink.
He's pooping where he eats.
Got any other corporate analogies for us there, Bob? I feel like this is your territory.
Nah, I think you used them.
We got them all there?
Yeah, I covered them all.
All right, then.
I mean, you've been the guy that would call somebody like this in a corporate situation. Billy, what do you do?
It's come to our attention that you engaged in sexual intercourse with the cleaning lady on the desk. Was that wrong?
It gets to that point. I'm not even there. I wouldn't even be there. That would be at that point. It's so far gone. It's HR. They take care of it.
You never even see him. You just see him from your office.
You just
window
HR.
walking out into the parking lot with a cardboard box.
Yeah,
his belongings.
Yeah, you don't want to.
That's a cool thing to know.
Yeah.
Hey, before we get Jamie in here, who I'm sure has some thoughts on the Jim Knowles hire, I asked Google AI, what kind of defense does Jim Knowles run?
Okay.
This is what AI says. Jim Knowles runs a versatile hybrid defense, primarily a 4-2-5 base that morphs into an aggressive 3-high safety system.
Basically what we've
blending traditional looks with modern pressure schemes, adapting to personnel with a focus on strong secondary play and creative blitzing from his Leo hybrid edge rusher. He mixes cover 1, cover 3, and cover 2 with varied fronts like 4-2-5, odd stack, and 3-4 under, using his best athletes as central threats.
So it's a similar scheme to what we have, where we run 2 linebackers and we use a star or
everybody
a strong
uses 4-2-5.
Exactly,
like.
That's everyone. That's half the league.
Now
that describes most of college football.
All right, I mean it's whatever. It's AI. What do you want? Here's something that's interesting. Brooks Austin, the film guy.
Yeah,
he's kind of blowing up.
Mm-hmm.
He's in ascendancy mode, like Josh Payton from a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Brooks says Jim Knowles to Tennessee has a chance to be really good. But first years in that system are tough. It's intricate, it's detailed, it takes time. If you're patient enough, great hire.
Brooks knows ball.
He does. I mean, that statement worries me. I mean, that's great for 2027. We don't have time, man. We need to win now.
But okay, devil's advocate. Maybe next year we don't have a top 5 defense. I would take a top 25 defense after what I saw this year. As long as there's progress and moving in the right direction, and we don't have forever, like you said. But if we make that incremental move, incremental move next year, and then you ascend to the next level in the second year.
Yeah, I mean,
it would be good. I mean, you look at it this
I
way,
expect
Russ.
that. I mean, you expect to be better in year 2, year 3 for anybody, but I don't know, man. I'm just gun shy with these guys because we saw it in 2012 with Sinceri, and we saw it in 2017 with Bob Shoop, where you bring in a guy who's going to do his thing, and it's a drastic change from what you've been doing. And maybe Shoop and Sinceri, maybe it would have gotten better in year 2. They're complex schemes, whatever. But those coaches at that time did not have time. And I don't know that Heupel doesn't have time, but this is year 6, man. We're ready to win, man. We ain't
right.
We're not patient.
He's talking about going out and spending money.
Are you patient? I'm out of patience.
No, they're talking about going out and
patient.
getting paying for a good quarterback. But I'll say to that, Russ, real quick, and we'll get Jamie in here. Sinceri was a complete and total boob.
Confirmed.
And Bob Shoop came in here and worked for that moron Butch.
The magic show.
And he kind of did the thing that Fulmer did with Clausen with the claw fence. It's kind of halfway let him do his thing, but wouldn't let him bring his own guys.
Well, is Josh going to let this guy do his thing? And
I mean, what was the quote, Bob? He said he was going to give him a lot of latitude, or what was it?
Yeah, exactly.
Who said that?
A source.
Oh, okay.
One of Bob's sources.
Let's get Jamie in here. Jamie, you're on the drive. It's Fan Run Radio.
Just sitting here reading Twitter while you all were talking. It looks like not only did he get Stafford pregnant, he forced an abortion on her.
Ooh.
Yikes. Good man. Good people up there for you, Michigan. And you say, I don't know about Ann Arbor being a better place to live than Happy Valley. It's closer to Dearborn, so they seem to be going through some hell these days. Comments? Anyone?
No, but you'll be glad to know that Compassionate Vol Nation has pivoted heavily into, hey, maybe we can get Savion Hyder here.
Ooh,
it's
I'm with them.
A lot of comments on the live
chat.
Man,
yeah, I think let's raid that. Put on your eye patch, grab your sword, and let's raid that roster. Josh Heupel, come on now.
I mean, that's what you do. I mean, if you want to win, I mean. You talk about not being patient in year 6. I'm like you, Russ. It's time. We're year 6. We haven't had a coach start year 6 since Philip Fulmer. So I mean, let's do this. You brought up something yesterday, Russ, and I was going to get your opinion. You said Halsley was trying to get a linear job at Florida.
No, his name was connected to their OC search. Which
okay.
I mean, who knows? Like he was on internet short lists. Was he really a candidate? Did he even have a phone call? I don't know. Is his agent just putting his name out there? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't understand what we're doing with him anyway. I don't know what he does. I mean, Heupel's our offensive coordinator. I mean, he is. Heupel, he's not only the coordinator, he calls the plays. So what is it? What's Halsley do from day to day?
Halsley coaches the quarterbacks, and I think he's to be commended for the way Joey Aguilar played on such short notice this year. And Halsley's the guy up in the box that communicates to Heupel what the defense is doing and, things that you see from the box. So, look, man, I don't think Joey Halsley's any sort of mastermind here, but I also don't think anybody, including Josh Heupel, would have been losing a ton of sleep if Florida had hired him as their OC.
No, me included. I'm like you. I understand what's going on over here. I think it's funny listening to Tennessee fans call in on voluntary reaction saying we need a new offensive coordinator. Guys, our offensive coordinator is our head coach.
Yeah.
I mean, do you not know this? Or is everybody on that Facebook page where they can't pronounce the word lose? anyway, I just
well, not to mention that our offense was a top 5 offense in college football this year. Like, offense is fine, man. I mean, yeah, it can be better in big game. No system is perfect, but offense was not our issue this season.
Agreed. Yeah, I think we have one of the best offensive minds in the country in Heupel. You know my stance on that. Outside of that, I'm not sure, but yeah, it's raiding season, guys. It's time to take advantage of, we've had it done to us. That's what you're supposed to do. If you're going to be a big time program, that's what you do. You go in, you kick somebody while they're down, you take what's yours. And it's time for us to do that. I was actually shocked by your answer from Google AI. Wow, what an in-depth description of what defensive coordinator does. I don't know half of those terms you threw out at me, but man, I'm all about it. You had me at hybrid. So
that's all it took.
That's all it took. All right. Well, guys, I didn't have much. I'm excited. We got new meat in there. Somebody said earlier about, we needed a change and we got change. No, I wanted an improvement. I don't want to change for change's sake. Don't change unless we're going to improve it. And the time is now. I'm like you, Russ. You're paying way too much money, and with the portal and what college football is morphed into, you win now. You don't get 7 years to build a program, Brick. All right, guys, gonna get out of the way. Y'all hang in there.
Thank you, Jamie. Appreciate the phone call. Stay with us. Hour number 3 of the drive coming up. Tennessee zeroing in on Jim Knowles to be its new defensive coordinator. Sharon Moore out at Michigan. A lot going on in college football today. We'll get you caught up the top 5 at 5 when we continue next here on Fan Run Radio.
The Drive. Everyone loves a Smoky Mountain Christmas, and there's no better place to celebrate with friends and family than Smoky Mountain Brewery. It's the best place to watch all of college football's playoff and bowl game action, as well as exciting Tennessee basketball. While you're there, be sure to pick up everyone's favorite stocking stuffer, a copper card, and you'll be the hero of the holidays. Smoky Mountain Brewery, with locations in Turkey Creek, Maryville, Pigeon Forge, and Gatlinburg. Great food, great fun, great people. Smoky Mountain Brewery.
Timeless traditions start with the ones we love and what we bring home for the season. Bring Inward Half home this holiday. Comfort and performance, made for the journeys you take and the memories you make. For quiet moments or the days you'll remember forever. From performance polos to cozy hoodies, modern apparel for men, women, and kids, there's something for everyone. This holiday, make tradition comfortable. Make it memorable. Make it Inward Half.
For over 3 years, Crumble Cookies has served the Knoxville area. From Clinton Highway to Parkside Drive, even our friends out in Maryville have reached you, our fans, with the best cookies in the game. This fall, Crumble is gearing up for yet another fantastic season. Whether you're tailgating or looking for a pick-me-up after getting the kids from school, Crumble has you covered. Download the Crumble app to check out this week's rewards and features. And stop on by. Tell them Fan Run sent you, but don't miss the cookies.
Got a problem tree looming over your home? Call ECR Total Landscapes. Whether it's trimming, removal, or storm cleanup, our certified pros get the job done safely and efficiently. We're licensed, insured, and ready 24/7 for emergency calls. Big or small, we cut them all. ECR Total Landscapes. Call now for a free estimate, 865-384-2012, and mention promo code FANRUN for free stump grinding on any tree removal now through the end of the year. Also, visit us at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Dick's House of Sport at Westtown Mall is a destination devoted to sport, and it's your destination for exclusive events and experiences. Come visit a store like no other. Check out our 40-foot rock wall, golf performance center, Hit Tracks batting cage, and outdoor turf field. You can now rent our space for private events and birthday parties. Learn more about our events and exclusive product launches on Facebook and Instagram at Dick's House of Sport KNX. Dick's House of Sport, proud partner of Tennessee Athletics.
At Knoxville Insurance Group, they understand the challenges many consumers face when searching for insurance coverage. That's why whether it's for you, your family, or your business, they create a coverage plan specifically for your unique needs. Knoxville Insurance Group is an independent firm, which means they aren't beholden to just one insurance company. They search multiple companies, acting as your negotiator to find you the best possible policy and price. Start a quote in minutes at KnoxvilleInsuranceGroup.com or call them today at 865-694-9788.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
The following radio theater is brought to you by Men's Pro Knoxville.
Hey, Dad, can we play football?
No, buddy.
All right.
Pops, want to work out?
Maybe later.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tomorrow?
You've got one life, and it's too short for not nows, maybe laters, and tomorrows. If you have ED and performance issues, your family, friends, and even your career has already been affected. Book your discreet evaluation at Men's Pro Knoxville and turn your tomorrows into
today.
Yes! Touchdown!
Come on, one more, Dad.
Today!
Push, Dad. One more. Come on, push.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tonight.
Call 865-544-8220 or book now in under 30 seconds at menspronknoxville.com. Men's Pro Knoxville, for every man in every season of life.
It's time for The Drive's Top 5 at 5.
Quitting time on your Wednesday, 5 o'clock here on Fan Run Radio. Russell Smith back with you on the Drive. Bob Baskerville, Bear, shaping up to be another beautiful East Tennessee sunset out the window. I've got a great view of it.
Oh,
Guess
out
I'm the
our
only
window?
one. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see there's a big giant cloud.
Winning. Walker Smith is here. The top 5 at 5 brought to you today by ECR Total Landscapes. Walker, hit it.
At number 1, the Tennessee Volunteers are expected to hire Jim Knowles to be the program's next defensive coordinator. Knowles spent this last season in Happy Valley with Penn State and is still working through a buyout process before hitting the open market. But when he does, Knoxville is thought to be the landing spot.
Poll is in the field at Russell_Smith on X. Over 200 votes cast. What grade would you give the hire of Jim Knowles as Tennessee's new defensive coordinator? Most respondents, 65.7% to be exact, give it an A. 28.6% give it a B. Just 4.3% give it a C, and 1.4%, the legions of the miserable, say it's a D.
I'm assuming those are guys that just really wanted Walters over anything else.
Maybe.
Either that or just haters, trolls, contrarians.
Guys, like 95% of the audience saying either A or B, 66% saying an A. So, I mean, hire being welcomed by Tennessee fans by and large today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Got to learn some more about it, right? About him and what he does, how he rolls, all that stuff. But yeah,
I'm concerned by the whole "it takes time" thing, because like people don't want to hear that, man. I get it, but he's very experienced now. He should be smart enough to be able to construct something that, yes, you can build on in year 2 and 3, add wrinkles and stuff, but give us a system that the guys can go out and execute. And like Jamie said, like you said, improve, be better. We're not expecting top 10 defense next year, but top 50, you said top 25. I would settle for top 50.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be a drastic improvement over what we saw this year.
Yeah.
Just league average.
Well, and friend of the show, he's actually, I think, going to maybe join us later this week. Reed Carringer put up, and Bear, you mentioned it. I said too, notice what he did at Oklahoma State. Just don't focus on the Ohio State point. Because think about, as Reed said, Oklahoma State went up against some of those crazy-ass Big 12 offenses too, and
absolutely.
They still ranked 4th nationally. So
and for me, it's not near it. Scheme and stuff is important, and I want to have a mad scientist who can get guys free on blitzes and confuse quarterbacks and stuff like that. But can we tackle? Can we contain a quarterback in a pocket, not let him get outside?
Yep.
If he is getting loose, can we spy him? Can we do the basics a little bit better?
Yeah. We set an edge, gap integrity. Oh, it's stuff
Gap
that we did.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Nice. Well played, sir. Yeah.
That's all that stuff that we didn't do this year. It's real obvious when you're getting
hold contained.
When you're
got to set the edge.
Set the edge.
I mean, when
discipline.
It's not so cliche, but, when the opposing team's running back's ripping you for 12, 14 every time they take the
What
ball.
about playing with good technique?
Yeah.
It's a
Good
good one.
technique.
Fluid hips.
Keep the play in front of you.
Can't let the defense leverage their throw game.
Don't. You got to be able to tackle in space.
Tackle in space is a good one.
We still have our whenever I hear that, I'm like, I just picture astronauts in my head, like playing football out in space or something.
Really?
We got to tackle in space.
I just think about Georgia or Alabama, just going one-on-one on guys, killing them.
At number 2, following a breakout season for Tennessee, redshirt freshman Braylon Staley is bringing home a prestigious honor. He has been named the SEC Freshman of the Year. Staley is the third Vol to ever win the award, joining Peyton Manning in 94 and Jamal Lewis in 97.
It's pretty elite company.
He had a breakout season, man, and
come for 2 more.
You talk about a guy who was really kind of a question mark coming into the season. We just hadn't seen him, and
it's like Heupel's system really lends itself to. We just don't. You don't see that. It's usually the receivers, especially. It's the second year in his system where they really kind of blossom.
Oh, it was his second year in the system.
I thought he was a true freshman this year.
No, redshirt.
Oh, okay.
Remember, he played in the Ohio State game when we had all those guys opt out.
Mm-hmm. No, he's an awesome player.
Yeah, I mean, if you can keep him and Matthews and Rodarius Jackson comes into here and his second year in the system, and or Travis Smith or Tristan Keys, and those guys come in. And, I mean, you've got the receivers, you've got big
Ethan
chunk of your
Davis.
O-line coming back, running backs coming back, Ethan Davis at tight end. I mean, you got the pieces. As long as we get the quarterback part of it right, you shouldn't have a drop-off.
Yep, still got to wait on that quarterback situation. At number 3, Michigan has fired Sharon Moore for violation of university policy, confirmed by ESPN. The dismissal is for cause. Following a university investigation, credible evidence was found that Coach Moore engaged in an inappropriate relationship with a staff member. Biff Poggi has been named the interim head coach.
Biff.
He's back.
Cut those sleeves off, baby.
Sharon Moore, we hardly knew ye.
It's crazy.
God. And lo and behold, sign of the times, Pete Nakos already has a hot board out.
Oh, I'm sure.
And it's got some names.
Who are the names?
Yeah,
Give us some names.
It's not that many. So
Bring back Brady Hoke.
Kalen DeBoer.
Okay.
Brian Kelly. We did talk about Brian
Yep.
Kelly. Lincoln Riley.
I
Interesting.
can see that.
Jesse Minter. Now, that's an interesting
I don't know
one
who that
because
is.
he was with Harbaugh. He was the DC at Michigan.
Where's he now?
He's with Harbaugh at the Chargers.
Oh.
And Eli Drinkwitz. Those are the 5.
That's a pretty big buyout.
Would Kalen DeBoer take that phone call?
Interesting. Yeah, no, we were talking about
Damn
Michigan
near
and a
Bama
buyout.
North.
I wouldn't Michigan won't bat an eye.
Well, no.
They'll spend whatever they got to spend. DeBoer is interesting. That's that would be very interesting.
Well, just what would be interesting is dominoes that would fall after that.
Yeah.
Because suddenly you have Alabama
Yes.
open, which would be like Cole Kubelik just put out the list of, if I had told you before the season these jobs are going to be open this year, and it's the list is jaw dropping. You see it printed out.
Mm-hmm.
Be cool to add Alabama to it.
No. Michigan might be a little screwed. We'll see. At number 4, former LSU head coach Ed Orgeron was not subtle about the aspect of giving certain recruits a bag to help gain a commitment before the legalization of NIL. Quote, well, it's a minor adjustment. Back then, we used to walk through the back door with the cash. Now we just walk through the front door with the cash.
Walker, you did a fine job there, as good as you. But you got to go and listen to the audio, and
It's
actually you
incredible.
got to go see the video of it too. Because have you seen any of this, Bob?
A little bit, not.
Come in through the back door now, but didn't take it through the front door.
So Baskerville's on Busting with the Boys. He's on the bus. He's wearing like a plain white T-shirt. Orgeron, sorry. He's wearing like a plain white tee and this black leather jacket. and he's looking like his head has gotten bigger, if that was somehow
looks like
possible.
He's had Botox too.
Yeah, he's all blowed up.
Yeah.
And he's on there and he's just telling stories, letting the chopper spray, barely making sense, like even more unintelligible than he was. Like, I mean, they should have done the closed caption. Like, they should have done the captions, the subtitles for him, because it was.
If you're not used to Ed, it's kind of hard to understand him. I speak Ed, though. It's pretty good.
I watched a bunch of that. I'm going to go back and watch the whole
listen to
thing,
the whole
man.
interview,
Yeah, it was.
There's got to be a drop.
They
in there
showed.
somewhere.
I saw a clip from their thing on Twitter of they're outside the bus after the interview, and he's telling some story.
I didn't see that.
Hysterical, and then he just leaves. He just walks out the door, like they're in a warehouse or something. He walks out, and who's the guy? Not Taylor Lewan.
Will Compton.
Compton's like, did he drive here? Like, where's he going? He just left. He just walked out the door.
He marches to the beat of a different drummer. But
We
yeah, he
need
does
him.
look funny, doesn't he?
Oh, I want him back in college football so bad. I need him coaching somewhere.
I don't know, man. I've still. I don't know about you two, but I've still got pretty hard feelings.
He talks about coaching with Tommy Tuberville back in the day when they were young and hungry. Literally, he said we didn't have any money, so we used to go down to KFC, get a bucket of fried chicken. And he said we used to fight over the white meat. Me and him, we would spend $2. We'd have $20. We'd spend $2 on chicken and $18 on beer. And he said, like, we would get a case of beer, and Tommy would drink 2, and I'd drink 22. That's just the way it went.
So awesome.
Drank beer. I liked beer.
Yeah.
Still like beer.
He's awesome till you find out that he was telling your current players and guys coming in not to show up for the class.
A complete cartoon character.
Yeah.
That's what that's how you have to understand Ogeron is through the lens of, like, he's not a real person.
No.
He is a fictional cartoon character come to life.
He's a college football character.
Yes.
If college football was a comic book, he would be on the cover. It's crazy.
I don't know. All I'm saying is he was pouring the gasoline while Lane was lighting the matches back in
yeah.
2010.
You don't really want him on your staff, but you want him in the game. It's pure entertainment.
Mm-hmm. And at number 5, a Florida man is facing criminal charges after deputies said he allegedly stole a BMW from a local park and later crashed it while traveling at an extremely high speed. The car was clocked going over 130 miles per hour after it was stolen while the owner left it unlocked with the keys inside a cup holder while walking his dog. The man, identified as Calvin Johnson, not Megatron, allegedly told deputies that he had not stolen the vehicle and instead claimed he had, quote, teleported into it.
Whoa. What?
As he was being arrested, he continued to claim that he had teleported into the vehicle and told officers, quote, "You saved me from the aliens." He is expected to face charges including grand theft of a motor vehicle and driving with a suspended license.
A lot going on there. Yeah.
The Bob's ride. Take it for a spin.
Well, if you like that story, stay tuned for the docket, because I might be able to one up you.
Oh,
on this one. Yeah, we have
more teleportation,
more adventures in car theft.
More teleportation?
No, but
you won't find teleportation anywhere else.
No.
I mean, if you're going to steal a car, you really shouldn't steal one that, like, there's certain kinds of cars that most, like, normal people, you got to be careful when you jump into them the first time and drive them. BMW is one.
Better teleportation in film: The Fly or The Prestige?
I haven't seen The Fly.
Spoiler alert.
So I'm just going to go with The Prestige.
I haven't seen The Prestige.
Oh, you haven't? Oh, you got to see
It's
it.
fantastic.
Christopher Nolan. Oh, man, such a good movie.
I've seen
Sleeper
neither,
movie.
but I would go with
Well, we're
Star
all-
Trek,
So we're not. Yeah, well, that's a good one too. Yeah, beam me up, Scotty.
the original one with the
Pretty good.
the cool sound.
I don't know. Austin Powers, their teleportation was
Yeah.
pretty good.
Wayne's
Dr.
World.
Evil.
Diddly do, diddly
Yeah,
do, diddly
yeah,
do.
exactly.
All right. It is The Drive. Fan Run Radio on the Top 5 at 5 is brought to you by ECR Total Landscapes. They just got through doing a job for me over at Stately Smith Manor. Super happy with everything they did. They took down a bunch of trees I had over on the corner yard. One was starting to grow into my house. The other was hanging over the neighbor's house. It was no good. Called up ECR. They came over to the house, took those trees down, and they grinded the stumps down so that it's nice and smooth, and I'll have lush grass growing there next year. So the stump grinding is free. It's the best part. Now through the end of the year, you've got whatever that is, 21 days, 3 weeks, and they're going to be closed, obviously, a couple days for the holidays and everything. So don't forget to call and book your job with ECR Total Landscapes before the end of the year so that you can get the free stump grinding. It's critical.
It's critical.
Mention promo code FANRUN when you book with ECR, and you'll get free stump grinding through the end of the year. Their phone number is 865-384-2012. And, of course, you could just go and book online at ECRTotalLandscapes.com. ECR Total Landscapes.
So if we if they did fire Moore for what's being alleged, what do you think had more to do with it? The alleged violation of university policy, or the fact that he lost to Ohio State at home?
Violation of policy. No school in their right mind would fire a coach right now.
Well,
At this moment?
Yeah, I mean, I just wonder, like,
I didn't help him.
If it's as bad as they're saying, and there was an alleged, like, he paid for an abortion or whatever, then that's the kind of story that's really hard to keep quiet. And if it came out that you knew about this and you didn't
do anything,
then other people, I think they're kind of left with no choice.
Like,
I don't know, Bob. Like, if I mean, he went 7-3 this year, is a big step up from 8-5. How did they go 7-3? Was he suspended?
He was. Yeah, there were a couple games he wasn't the head coach,
and maybe that's playing into this too. It's like, man, we've had some issues with you.
Yeah,
he was part of Cottgate. He was on that staff.
Well, I'm pretty sure the 2-game suspension was for it was self-imposed, and they chose the games that he was going to miss, which I believe was a bye game in Nebraska.
Do you think there's any way they could have kept him, hushed this up or anything? Or?
No, I don't think he's – I was surprised he got the job when Harbaugh left, honestly. I felt like that was kind of below.
I mean, do we know about this if he beat Ohio State and they're in the playoffs? That's basically what I was asking.
If they had beaten Ohio State
and they were in the playoffs.
They wouldn't have been in the playoffs even if they had beaten Ohio State.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying they beat Ohio State and they're in the playoffs. Does this change things?
I don't know. Given what the reported violation is, I'd say no.
I don't think so.
It's not. I mean, if it was just like he got busted sleeping around, like it came out, or there were rumors or something, or it's just he's having an affair with an employee. I think the whole abortion angle adds.
That's what I'm
that's
saying.
true.
That's the part.
That's
like
a lot.
Coercion. And
No matter how you feel about that hot tub. I mean, the guy's married with 3 kids. Like that's
it's bad.
I mean, and that's the thing. I mean, think about Wisconsin basketball. Bo Ryan. He retired, quote unquote, because he had to, and it was because of and he had them playing at a super high level, right? They
was
were
a similar thing for this.
Yeah,
I don't remember that.
And looking, different sport, but the NBA and Ime Udoka a couple of years ago, he had that team in the finals, lost, and then he did a similar thing and got fired.
Yeah,
like that's how serious these organizations take this stuff.
Well, pretty big liability, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
In this era, yes. I mean, it's never the right thing, but in this era now, it's escalated so high.
It's not the old days. You can't get away with it anymore.
So. You say that wistfully.
Yeah.
Well, not the coercion part, the other part.
It's not the good old days, Russ.
Yeah. Can't knock up a subordinate and pay to have it taken care of. And
I'm not talking about that.
The good old days when men were men. We didn't have all this woke crap being shoved down our throats.
People were smoking on airplanes.
Oh, yeah. We'd be in here smoking cigs, burning rails.
Burning rails. I've never heard that one. Yeah. Lung darts.
Yeah.
Quick timeout. The drive continues. 865-966-3435. If you want to call or text the show, we'll come back to the phones when we get back. 966-3435. More Fan Run Radio coming up.
The Drive.
Streaming worldwide at fanrunradio.com and on the free Fan Run app. This is Big Orange Country's sports talk radio superstation, Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
This football season, crack open a cold beer that doesn't fumble the flavor. Garage Beer is 100% beer-flavored beer. No gimmicks, just cold beer. Co-owned by the Kelsey brothers and brewed right here in the Volunteer State, Garage Beer is perfect for fall fire pits and Tennessee tailgates. So pick up a 12-pack today of the official beer of Football Fridays on Fan Run Radio. Garage Beer, 100% beer-flavored beer.
What if I told you could pay off your home in an average of 7 years without making more money or spending a dime less, simply by changing how your mortgage is structured? Sounds impossible? Let me show you how it works. I'm Chris Burleson with University Lending Group, helping families across the U.S. save thousands in interest and own their home years sooner. Don't believe me? Give me a call at 865-388-7634 or visit smartloantn.com to learn more. NMLS number 332941.
Vol fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Are you a federal employee facing workplace challenges like suspension or removal? Are you concerned about your security clearance with any federal agency? You know the Griffin Law Firm is your trusted ally in military legal matters. But did you know they also specialize in civilian federal employment law? If you're a federal employee facing workplace challenges like suspension or removal, if you're concerned about your security clearance with any federal agency, the DOE, FBI, FCC, or DOD, you might not know it, but you do have legal recourse. The Griffin Law Firm specializes in federal employment law, military law, and security defense law. VFL Marshall Griffin and his experienced team are ready to make your problem their problem, no matter which federal agency you work for. Don't face federal employment issues alone. Remember, remain silent, request counsel, call Griffin Law, 888-707-4282, online at griffinlawdefense.com.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
Got a flat tire? Strange noise under the hood? Don't stress. Roll into Matlock Tire and Auto Service. From oil changes and brake repairs to brand new tires, Matlock's certified techs do it all. Fast, friendly, and fair priced, Matlock is the home of the price match guarantee. Bring in any competitor's ad, and Matlock will match the exact same tire for the exact same price. Matlock Tire and Auto Service, 5 locations in East Tennessee. Visit matlocktireservice.com to find the location nearest you and schedule your appointment.
+90
90
grade.
plus.
I mean, that's
That would include this year in that crummy Penn State team. 90
Yeah.
plus grade on PFF.
I mean, the defense wasn't the problem for Penn State as much as it was everything else.
Got away. We're hearing a lot from the naysayers who are, it's a small but vocal minority, Bob.
Yeah. Nattering nabobs and negativity.
The UCLA game sticks out like a sore thumb to them.
Right.
It's because of Nico. Don't you think, Bob?
I guess. I don't know. I mean, it's like, again,
that offense looked terrible until James Franklin, Penn State rolled in there, and then all of a sudden they turned into us taking on freaking Furman or something.
Well, that was the game. Remember, that's when they let the play calling on offense move to that
Neuheisel.
Jerry Neuheisel cat. And
it doesn't bother you.
What, that?
Yeah.
It doesn't bother me to the extent that you're
Dismiss
out on this guy as a hire. Again, body of work, man. That's all I'm going to keep saying. And I know people are like, yeah, he had a lot of players. He's going to fail forward and all this. It's like, I don't know what you want, man. What else is out there? I don't want to get a guy who has been a coordinator for a year or a co-coordinator somewhere. I just don't. We're bigger than that.
I mean, this goes to DC, one of the all-time dominant defenses last year, and they won the national championship. And he didn't. I think it may have been Reed or somebody else pointed out. It's not like he had Ohio State talent at Oklahoma State when he had that defense up and rolling.
Yeah, that's right. No, that's what we said.
I mean, he didn't have a bunch of 5 stars over there.
No.
And playing in that conference at that time with those offenses? I'm with Bob on this one. Lockstep.
It's good to see the two of you agreeing. Brad in La Follette makes me laugh a lot. Hello, Brad. Good afternoon, sir.
What's going on, guys?
Man, what do you think about it? Jim Knowles, new DC. Did Heupel get it right?
I like it. I mean, we went from firing Uncle Fluffy to actually hiring Bear's Uncle Fluffy, looks like.
I mean, the guy, if you're just joining us, you have to go to the internets to confirm this, but we hired Bear's doppelganger. Josh Heupel has put his coaching future in the hands of a guy who looks just like Bear. It is uncanny.
Could say the dude's good looking. He's got that going for him.
I like it. He looks like he don't put up with no bull, and anybody can see that we just looked soft, and that's the one way to describe our defense this year is soft. And we've got players out there that shouldn't be on the field. We look slow at linebacker, and maybe he can come in and kind of fix that. But I don't know, with this Michigan news coming out today. What do you do with Savion Hyder? Do you get in contact with him and say, hey, dude, the offer's still on the table?
Sure. And anybody else on that roster who can play. I call the Underwood kid.
I agree with that, even though that might turn off the Gabriel kid and Chattanooga. Hey, I'll take the bird in hand over the one in the bush. I mean,
I don't know. That Gabriel kid looks really, really special, man.
Have you seen Savion Hyder?
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah. I mean, I saw him against it would have been against UCLA, right?
You saw Savion Hyder play against UCLA this year?
No.
I was going to say that's funny because he's just finishing up his senior year in high school. No. I think that look, they're both 5-star running backs. We need a guy. I call whoever, man. Call the best players that you can possibly call. Like, this is no time to be shy or, I don't want to piss off this guy who's already on my roster. Piss him off, man. Like, let's shake this thing up a little bit.
Yeah, you need to pick the bone clean when these teams fire their coaches like that. With Michigan, man, I mean, what do you do? I mean, you have to go after. I mean, there's not a coach in the country that's not off the board for Michigan with the money they've got. And buyouts don't scare Michigan off.
No.
Michigan going to call Heupel?
I don't think so. I think that's they're going to aim higher than that. Respectfully, they're going to aim higher than
Heupel.
Heupel.
And I'll say the same thing I said about the Penn State thing. Is like, is Heupel's thing going to work in a place where it gets cold early and snows the last month of the season? I think Heupel likes it here. I'm not worried about that either.
What about Belichick? Would you pick up the phone and make the call to Belichick?
Would they call Belichick right now?
I mean, he looks like he's being controlled by a 24-year-old girl.
I'm telling you, man, the DeBoer one's intriguing to me.
DeBoer fits in the Big Ten.
Yep.
God, how wonderful would it be to see the Gumps scrambling?
Yeah.
Who would they get? Would they call Heupel?
They'd probably call Baton Rouge. And that's when it could get really
Actually, Baton Rouge.
Baton Rouge would call them is what would happen probably. I could see Lane going, hey,
yeah,
you up?
You know what? In the grand scheme of things, and Carm and everything, that would be hysterical.
That would be so funny.
If that happened to Carm or if that happened to LSU after what they pulled on Ole Miss.
Would LSU call Heupel then?
Probably. Better be careful what
If
we wish
this
for.
ends with us, if Sharon Moore knocking up one of his coworkers ends with us losing our head coach, I'm going to have to look for a new career. I'm sorry.
Well, that's all I really had, guys. But I will say this: you left off a good defensive cliche a while ago.
What's that?
Eye discipline.
Oh no, I said it.
Yeah,
Bob said it. Eye discipline.
It is a good one, though, bro, and for sure, I love that one.
Well, it's critical, is what it is.
Yeah.
I'll see you guys.
6-3 effort. What was 6-3 effort? I know 6 seconds is a play. You remember that one? It was like we got to have 6-3 effort. Every play is 6 seconds, but you have to have three great strains in that play.
God, I'm glad I didn't hear it.
You never heard that?
I hadn't.
6-3 effort. Am I making that up?
No, I'm not. No, that tracks. I mean, it sounds very real, but
now I have to look this stupid thing up. Listen to Butch Jones. My God,
Butch Jones is ass. 6-3 effort.
I got one here. You got to bear with me. I'm going to try to sing it.
Oh, God.
It's on the live chat. It's from Hewitt Pruitt. Ready?
Okay.
On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a bear look-alike DC. It's a good one, I got to say.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That was good.
That was silly. Hewitt Pruitt. What was 6-3 effort? Did you find it yet?
No.
The only one I can remember, the one where I just finally lost it, was Rocky Top thing. That
let's not do this thing where we go through all the Butchisms. I already blew my top earlier in the show. What did we get so mad about?
Jamal Lewis not starting in Florida.
Oh my God!
97.
Do
the
blocking
trifecta
schemes.
You know, somebody posted some picture last night about Peyton's senior year in the Heisman race and had a picture of Woodson, Manning, and Randy. Woodson should have come in third. If it wasn't going to be Peyton, it should have been Randy Moss.
Alex says, I thought personal appearance was not show fodder, was show policy. What happened with everybody talking about how this guy looks like Bear?
Because we're not saying that me and this guy are 3-seaters or, fugly.
Roberto is next on the drive. Good afternoon, Roberto.
Hey, guys, can you hear me okay?
Got you. Go ahead.
Man, what a hire. Now, I've heard he's impossible to work with, and that's from multiple people.
Oh, great. We got one of those guys.
No, I think that's a good thing. Golish was impossible to work with. You got to have a bad cop, and we don't have one right now. Closest thing we got to a bad cop is Rodney Garner, and he's just not actually a bad cop. He's like your grumpy grandpa. I think I want a hard ass, and we got us one. I think it's a great hire.
Yeah, I mean, I've been saying the same
better.
thing as far as we need a little bit of a bad cop, as you put it. I think that's a good way to put it. But I'll be interested to see, like, is he allowed to bring in his own people? Is Rodney Garner going to be on the staff? Is Willie Martinez going to be on this staff?
I don't know any of those answers, but I'd say Garner would stay because he's kind of a hard ass too.
The other thing I would love to know,
and
we'll never know because Josh Heupel doesn't answer questions. He's like a soft sit. He doesn't answer questions. But like, what was this interview process like? I would really like to know. Like, when he called this guy up, first of all, how badly are we begging him to come, or is he excited to come? And what did he say to Josh Heupel as far as his plan, his vision to fix this defense that made Heupel want to make the move?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure he was with Cutcliffe at Duke.
Yes.
So he's used to kind of having to play second fiddle to an offense.
Okay.
I mean, Franklin is an offense guy, allegedly. He runs a crappy one, but he's an offense guy. So he kind of had the mantle there. Day is an offensive guy. He had the mantle there. They, as Bear said eloquently, they basically had maybe the best defense of all time in college football last year. They were incredible. He left the cupboards very stocked there when he went to Penn State. The thing at UCLA is an aberration because they looked great in other games this year defensively. I think that was an aberration. What's his name? Joffrey Neuheisel? Wasn't it Joffrey Neuheisel?
Jerry
out there.
You're calling it Joffrey.
It was Joffrey Neuheisel, right? Bob's
Might as well have been.
No, I get it.
Okay.
I just didn't think it was that good. But go
with
ahead.
that said, I digress.
Yes.
I think that this is as good a hire of a coordinator as the University of Tennessee has ever made in their history. Seriously. It's as good as you can get. You want the best in America, you damn well just went and did it. That's what they did. He is the best. So I feel really good about it. Guys, I'll leave you with I don't know why our fans are so uptight about this guy, other than he does look exactly like Bear. God bless.
It was ugly.
Why did you cut him off?
I didn't mean to. He was getting ready to say bye.
And you didn't want to hear him say bye?
No, I said it was an accident.
Oh.
It was a slip.
Now, this is an interesting perspective, too. This comes on the text box from the 270, and they write, Knowles seems like a guy that could have just sat out this year, had plenty of options. To hitch himself to Heupel entering next season with Heupel on a warm seat plus a gauntlet of a schedule is a great sign for me. He must believe in what Heupel's doing. It's one way to look at it.
Tell you somebody who is available. Nick writes this in. This is a good one. Somebody who is available is Michigan ties long been rumored, a potential Michigan man.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
72-year-old Lester Miles.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Remember that day? I was at that press conference in 2007. It was at the Georgia Dome before we played them, and everybody thought that he was going to go and replace Lloyd Carr. And he got up there and gave that weird. He's like, I'm going to go coach my damn fine football team.
He was such an odd duck.
Somebody else on the text box threw out this name, and it's probably a name that deserves some consideration. Clark Lee.
He just signed his big.
Yeah, who cares?
Maybe he's a Vandy guy.
Contracts are made to be broken.
Certainly are.
He is a Vanderbilt boy.
He is. I just think there's a few jobs, though, that would have to get your attention.
Yeah.
Michigan would probably be one of them.
Would Marcus Freeman take a phone call from Michigan?
I don't know.
I think he would.
Played for Ohio State.
Freeman did?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
He ain't going to Michigan. I'd say if Ryan Day gets fired.
There's a lot of crossbreeding of Michigan. And didn't Schembechler go there, or Woody Hayes went to Michigan one?
I thought they crossed paths at Miami of Ohio or something like that.
Yeah, but there have been like guys who've coached for both, or grew up in Columbus and went to Michigan, vice versa.
I mean, it happens.
Very interesting.
We sometimes get Bammers up here. That would be hilarious, though. I'm really hoping that DeBoer takes that job.
Well, this suggestion on Lee came from someone on the text box, and they said, let's get him talking about Lee, let's get him the hell away from Vandy, which I don't disagree with that. Do we think Vandy, after the Pavia experience is over, do we think Vandy's still that good?
Mm.
They got money.
Yeah.
They got a great quarterback coming in.
Yeah, they've got a great prospect coming in.
Yeah.
I mean, they had they caught lightning in a bottle with the Pavia kid.
I think he's probably corrected them to the extent that they're probably a bowl team.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be anybody's doormat. I think year in and year out, it's going to be like this year where they're right on the edge or competing for a spot in the playoffs. No, I have to see it to believe it. Clark Lee, Clark Lee's a really good coach.
He is.
Have you ever seen Vanderbilt play like this? Even in their brief spurts with like Franklin and back in the day, it wasn't.
Is it sustainable, though? What happens without Pavia? If they take a little bit of a step back while they wait for the Curtis kid to develop, will it be too much to overcome, or are they going to start recruiting now? Players going to start going there?
I mean, what are they going to do about their, the whole academic thing? Are they going to?
Do they lose their edge if they get a bunch of 4-stars in there as opposed to the 3-stars with a chip on their shoulder? It'd be very interesting to see how it works out for Clark Lee at Vanderbilt. But yeah, if I were Michigan, I'd have them on my list of, just potential candidates, guys you might call.
Yeah.
I mean, there's only a handful of guys that are untouchable for them.
Here's the other thing, the Sharon Moore thing. Like this wasn't something that just came to light in the last day or two, right? This feels like something they've known about for a while.
I would assume, and by the way, there's probably a lot of work with the legal team behind the scenes, which took some time.
And so the AD, being aware of this, has probably known that a change. So he's probably already got his list.
Yeah. I mean, how long do you guys thinking? They said that the completion of they've had an investigation going. I wonder how long it's been going on.
Quick break. You're listening to The Drive, Fan Run Radio. The shocking conclusion coming up upon our continuance. 865-966-3435. Your phone number to get on the show. 966-3435. Back to wrap things up right after this.
The Drive.
Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Download the free Fan Run app and take the best Tennessee sports conversations with you wherever you go.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Light and refreshing tasting, uniquely cold wave filtered. There's an iconic flavor for everyone. Come on, grab a pack. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavor. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Yeehaw! I've been hooting and hollering ever since I started betting with the VIP Play app. VIP Play has more than 200 leagues. Every bet type you can imagine. Live betting and live hosts, all with 24/7 support from real live people when you need them. Start betting better with the VIP Play app today.
Don't be a better, be a better with VIP Play today.
Download VIP Play today or head to VIPPlayApp.com. Make sure you use the promo code FANRUN to take advantage of their welcome bonus and so they know that we sent you. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-8899-789. Must be 21 or older and located in Tennessee to bet.
Bankruptcy, divorce, personal injury. These are just some of the curveballs life can throw at you. Fortunately, East Tennessee has someone to help you work through these problems and recover. The law offices of Jerry R. Givens. If you're in need of legal advice, call today to set up a free, no-obligation consultation. 865-801-9250. As always, the phone call is free, the advice is free, so what do you have to lose? Call 865-801-9250 or go online to jrglawtn.com. That's jrglawtn.com. The law offices of Jerry R. Givens. Legal expertise you can rely on.
Hey, this is Bo Kregner with the Kregner Group at Realty Executives. You know, in sports, home field advantage matters, and it's the same in real estate. Our team knows every neighborhood, every play that gets you the win, whether you're buying your first home or selling for top dollar. Let's get you in the end zone. Call me today at 865-742-1035 or visit BoKnowsHouses.com. The Kregner Group, walking by faith, serving others.
It's time for the North Knox Siding and Windows High School Football Player of the Week. Brought to you by North Knox Siding and Windows. Call 865-689-0505 or visit them online at northknoxsidingandwindows.com.
This week's North Knox Siding and Windows High School Football Player of the Week is Alcoa running back Micah Jones. Jones rushed for 120 yards and 4 touchdowns on just 14 carries in Alcoa's 47-27 win over Pearl Cone in the state championship game last week. Jones was named MVP for his performance as the Tornadoes won their 11th state championship in a row. Alcoa High School's Micah Jones, this week's North Knox Siding and Windows High School Football Player of the Week.
North Knox Siding and Windows, locally owned and operated. They can handle all your siding, window, gutter, and roofing needs. Call 865-689-0505 for a free estimate or go online to northknoxsidingandwindows.com.
The following radio theater is brought to you by Men's Pro Knoxville.
Hey, Dad, can we play football?
No, buddy.
All right.
Pops, want to work out?
Maybe later.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tomorrow?
You've got one life, and it's too short for not nows, maybe laters, and tomorrows. If you have ED and performance issues, your family, friends, and even your career has already been affected. Book your discreet evaluation at Men's Pro Knoxville and turn your tomorrows into
today.
Yes! Touchdown!
Come on, one more, Dad.
Today!
Push, Dad. One more. Come on, push.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tonight.
Call 865-544-8220 or book now in under 30 seconds at menspronknoxville.com. Men's Pro Knoxville, for every man in every season of life.
The docket brought to you by the law offices of Jerry R. Givens and the attorney for Javier Pavia, the brother of Vanderbilt quarterback Diego Pavia, entering a not guilty plea on behalf of his client on a public intoxication charge after an incident at Neyland Stadium last month. Pavia was not in court with his lawyer yesterday, but the next step is a status hearing December 19th. Trying to find a resolution, the lawyer says, with the DA's office. Pavia arrested November 29th during Vanderbilt's win against Tennessee. He was repeatedly warned by UT event staff about blocking the view of others with a flag he was holding. The arresting officer, a Tennessee Highway Patrol member, witnessed him arguing with event staff. The officer who filed the arrest report said Pavia was slurring his speech, unsteady on his feet, and appeared drunk. He was also, quote, extremely verbally combative with event staff and myself, the officer wrote in his report.
That's always, like we talked about when it happened. It's always a great idea to get into it with the Tennessee Highway Patrolman.
Second time Javier Pavia has been arrested at a Vandy game this season. 2 out of 12. That reduces to 1 out of 6. Not bad.
Why was he allowed into the stadium with a flag? Was it something he just had hidden away?
Good question. How do you
Was it
hide
on
a flag?
Was it on a staff, or what do they call those? The pole, the flag pole?
Flagpole.
I feel like they'd stop it. I don't know. But then again, W. Lynn takes a Tennessee flag to the
it's different. You get it to the porch at a baseball game. Like, I would imagine that, you can't walk through the – maybe it was like –
especially an opposing team.
You think he got it from, like, the cheerleaders down there in front, like –
I don't know.
Hey,
I've seen the video. I mean, I worked in bars all my life. I mean, if he wasn't drunk, he was really close to it. And, I mean, he hit all the things that you don't do when you're out in public. You cannot be verbally abusive towards law enforcement.
Meanwhile, a wild scene in Hendersonville, North Carolina this morning. The city of Brevard said a suspect has been arrested after leading law enforcement on a multi-county car chase this morning. According to officials, an officer was hit in the face by a suspect that she was trying to detain while responding to a call near Burrell Avenue and Peace Drive in Brevard. After assaulting the officer, the suspect took her patrol car and fled the scene.
Well, like, what was that movie with Will Ferrell, where he steals a police car? Election?
Yeah. That's a good one. This is Galifianakis.
Yeah.
He hit the baby. Anybody going to talk about this baby's steel jaw? Hurt my hand. Yeah, they eventually were able to get him with the old pit maneuver, which disabled the stolen patrol car. This was on I-26. No one was injured, luckily. This is a big old boy looking in the mugshot here.
He's facing several felonies, I'm sure.
Flee, eluding arrest with a motor vehicle, possession of a stolen vehicle, resisting, reckless driving to endanger, stoplight violation, and driving the wrong way.
Felony assault on a police officer?
Yeah, I would imagine that's going to be on there.
That's a good way to
punch a
get
female
shot.
cop in the face. It's tough. That is the docket, brought to you by the law offices of Jerry R. Givens. Bankruptcy, divorce, personal injury. These, of course, some of the curveballs that life can throw at you. Fortunately for us here in East Tennessee, we've got someone who can help you work through these problems and make a quick recovery. Jerry Givens, I've known him since we were in high school together. He went to UT College of Law. He's got a lot of experience in courts all across the great state of Tennessee. And if you need legal advice, no matter your problem, give him a call to set up a free, no obligation consultation. The advice is free. The phone call is free. So what do you have to lose? Give him a ring. Tell him I sent you. 865-801-9250. That's 801-9250 for the law offices of Jerry R. Givens. They're online at jrglawtn.com. The law offices of Jerry R. Givens. Legal expertise you can rely on. Joshy Boy is next. What up, JB?
Hey, what's up, W?
Man, big news day here on the show.
Yeah,
A lot going on.
Boys today?
Good, thanks.
Good. Russ, what are we going to do about our basketball team?
The first time it's come up today. First time basketball's come up today.
Yep.
It's wild.
We don't got no guard play besides Gillespie, and I don't think Amen is tough enough.
Are you tough enough? Jimmy Vaughn and the Fabulous Thunderbirds.
There's always room to improve, but he's got to get more physical when he gets in the paint.
Is Ament soft? Is that a fair?
I think he's adjusting. I think he's been a little overwhelmed.
Is he soft or is he weak? There's a difference, right? You
I
can
would
be
say weak.
You're weak, like he's still growing into his body. He's adjusting to the physicality. Like he doesn't shy away from the contact.
Yeah, he's definitely been tentative, and I think what we saw, of course, the game was kind of out of hand at this point. But the last couple of minutes of the Illinois game, I mean, he started to get more assertive, and I hadn't seen that since the first half of the Kansas game. Because in the first half of the Kansas game, he looked different. Because remember, Houston, he was totally
they just took him out.
Yeah. So I just think he's still, he's still figuring it out. He is just, if you watched last night, any of those games in the Jimmy V Classic, he's just nowhere in the same conversation right now as Boozer, AJ DeBonta. These guys are just different level physically right now.
I agree with that, Bob. Now, let me ask you guys this, especially Bob. Do you think Gillespie shouldn't be playing the point? Because I see him more of a two guard because he shoots a lot more than he passes.
Then who's going to take care of the ball then? Who's going to be the point guard? That's the problem.
That was your biggest problem going into the season.
Yep.
I do wonder, Boswell was recruited as a point guard.
Yeah.
We've shifted him off the ball. I do wonder because when he does handle the ball, he looks fine to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think he's a better on the ball defender than Jacoby.
Yeah, I mean, we've always talked about, like in the early scrimmages, the prospect of Berg running point and moving Jacoby to the two. Problem is Berg has been borderline unplayable in a lot of these games. He only played 3 minutes against Illinois. 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And that just tells you that the way he was playing was, that's the bane of Barnes's existence. He's just not going to put up with it. So that's the challenge, man. We just don't have another person who has stepped up to allow us to move Jacoby into that 2 slot from time to time.
Russ, we made a big football hire today, didn't we?
We did. We hired Bear's doppelganger.
Yeah, he looks like Bear.
He looks like Bear. Hopefully he doesn't coach like Bear. I've never seen Bear coach. I don't know what kind of.
I've never seen Bear coach either.
Were you a player's coach, Bear, or were you more of a disciplinarian?
I was a winner. We won. Not kidding.
You won?
Yeah, I recruited heavily.
Won?
Cheated my ass off.
What did you coach in?
Basketball. I was a really good basketball coach. And then I got banned from Knox County Recreation League using illegal players one year.
Classic Catholic move.
There we go. Yeah, there we
Russ,
go.
I'm excited about this hire. If we get the Jim Knowles that coached at Ohio State and Penn State, I think our defense is going to be pretty solid.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to have to come in here and hit the ground running. The only thing I think it's a good hire, man. I give it an A. We'll see what happens with the rest of the staff. The only thing that gives me pause is, and we've seen it from a couple of ball knowers on social media today, is the whole hey, it takes some time. It's intricate. He's got a, year 2 is when you take off.
It's going to take a few years.
Well, we don't have a few years, Joshy boy.
Right.
He's got to put together. I mean, you don't have to be dominant in year 1. You just have to be
a top 50 defense.
Thank you.
Yes. Guys, out the door, I think this Jim Knowles guy is going to be pretty good. Let's just hope he doesn't fire off a firearm in the locker room. See ya.
Oh, wow. We don't have any red buttons in the facility, do we?
Get bent.
Whoa, that's
sorry.
not nice.
I'm sorry.
Why would you
say
that?
I'm sorry. Now, here's a name for the Michigan job that nobody's thought of. Granted, Jim does have a show cause, right?
Yes. For I think it's 10 years or something.
His brother doesn't. He coached him a little bit at Michigan, didn't he, John? Or has he coached there?
Who, John Harbaugh?
I don't know that he's coached college ball.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's been at the
You're going to say John Harbaugh couldn't coach college football?
I'm trying to say Jesus Christ couldn't hit
a
curveball.
curveball. You're trying to tell me Jesus Christ couldn't hit a curveball?
The only thing, basketball, I watched both games of the Jimmy V Classic last night. I know that comparison is the thief of joy.
Yeah, I know where you're going.
But it's hard not to watch those games and say, first of
don't
all,
resemble that right now.
as you said, Ament, not even in the same galaxy as DeBonsa.
Yeah.
For BYU and their win over Clemson. But second of all, that Florida UConn game, it's just like
what Bob called us big boy basketball.
That was
when I had the same feelings Russ.
Because we watched that team go toe to toe with Duke. We played with them.
Yeah, in Houston, we beat Houston.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but that was a high level game, really fun to watch, good teams, and
boy, do I love watching Todd Golden melt down.
Thriller.
Such a little I'll leave the name off.
Jerk face.
Yeah, jerk face.
All right, Bob, thank you. Thank you, Bear. Thank you, Walker. Don't forget, tune us in tomorrow, 3 to 6 on many of these fan-run affiliates. Until then, Russell Smith signing off. Have a good one.
The Drive.
Everyone loves a Smoky Mountain Christmas, and there's no better place to celebrate with friends and family than Smoky Mountain Brewery. It's the best place to watch all of college football's playoff and bowl game action, as well as exciting Tennessee basketball. While you're there, be sure to pick up everyone's favorite stocking stuffer, a copper card, and you'll be the hero of the holidays. Smoky Mountain Brewery, with locations in Turkey Creek, Maryville, Pigeon Forge, and Gatlinburg. Great food, great fun, great people. Smoky Mountain Brewery.
Your smile says it all, so make sure it's saying the right thing. At Knoxville Smiles, we believe healthy teeth mean happy lives.